kid sneaking around like before Christmas, like trying to get all these Furby things. But there's like a big mega Furby that's like evil, and you have to get all the little Furbies before the big Furby eats you.
Welcome everyone to episode 3/4.
Episode 5.
I don't count session 0.
Session 4?
It's session 3.
It's episode 3.
Episode 3.
It's episode 3. If we're not counting.
Yeah.
We're not counting session 0.
Episode 5.
Well, we're not counting session 0. We had just the intro one and then the last one. This is the third session.
Yeah. That was session 0, 1, 2. There was. Shoot.
And then this is 3.
Is the prequel like a 0.5 or is it?
It's a 0.5.
Session 1 or is it session 0? Session 0 was session 0.
The prequel I call 1. I still call the prequel 1, which would make this 3.
Let's
go
start
for using
session...
imaginary numbers.
No, it's like a building. We do the basement episode that was was session 0 was the basement episode.
Yes.
The foundation, and then we have ground floor, which was the prequel episode, and now we've advanced. Last time was the second floor, and now we're on the third floor.
So we're just getting rid of the episode and session terms. We're just
we're just gonna rename session 1 the intro episode or prequel episode, and then we go to episode 2.
That's fair, actually. Not even people in role-playing games, many of them don't use or know session 0 is a thing, though I'm glad it's getting more popular.
Yeah, my only issue with session 0 as a thing, and it's not about the practices of saying any of the stuff that you talk about in session 0 or any of the group planning, it's that it's a different day from starting the game. And on more than one occasion, I have pulled off getting everyone together for a session 0, but then we wrap up the session 0, and because we haven't really started the game, it's really hard to get everyone to come back around to start session 1. It's a lot easier to go from session 1 to session 2 than it is to go from session 0 to session 1 if you're trying to organize in real life.
I think that's why
that's
sometimes
my major problem with session 0 is that gap. Not anything you talk about in session 0, because I love that stuff. It's just the gap.
Well, that's why Powered by the Apocalypse has that make your characters and do a two-hour,
it's like session 0 is just half of the session, and the other half of the session or so is you actually start playing.
It's just most of the time the half of the session turns into a whole session.
Yeah, it depends on if people want to do, if there's a lot of different ideas that are trying to.
Yeah, and also most of the time when I'm running a game, it's a game no one at the table has played before, and usually only I have read. Because it's hard enough to get people to play, it's even harder to get them to read the book before they show up.
Oh, yeah.
I just have to throw that expectation in the garbage, be like, all right, I'm just going to assume I'm running it and explaining everything, because that's the only way I'm getting anyone to play with me.
I think we even had that with our Burning Wheel game that we did. We had a whole, not that no one read the book, but that it took us a whole, week to do character creation and talking about the setting. And I think even that was...
And that's with us
prep.
Reading the book.
That was with us reading the book and with prep.
So, yeah, with us reading the book and doing, the homework part of character creation separately as well. We both read the book and did the life path homework separately as well. Holy hell, trying to get anyone to play Burning Wheel with me that is not on that level is impossible.
I actually wonder whether or not Burning Wheel or City of Mists had the more difficult character creation, because I found they're pretty long form both.
They're both pretty long form, but Burning Wheel's a lot more flipping back and forth, and City of Mist is it's all on one page. You have to flip around the book as you go, but you don't have to do that thing you do with Life Pass where you flip back and forth and you redo it 5 times.
That's why I use the online tool instead of the book.
There's a lot more strategic tack you can take with making Burning Wheel characters, whereas City of Mist is more racking your brain for the most appropriate answer to that question or what your mystery is going to be,
Yeah, and that is way easier to do with a group of people. The rack your brain problem, yes, it takes time, but that's a lot easier because that means I'm not passing by one Burning Wheel book. Because, of course, if no one's read the book, they also don't either own or have their own copy. They don't have their own copy, or if they do, they didn't bring it. So they're all just sharing my book. Because, of course, I have my satchel filled with too many books. And to look at all the life, it's a whole mess.
Yeah, having to share one book when making Burning Wheel characters is horrible.
having to share one book when making D&D characters makes me want to throw the book out the window and be like, there's no more gear list because I don't want everyone to have to share from this gear list. Because...
Yeah, everyone just get your starting equipment and we'll deal with it later.
Yep.
That's
Quick
always
start
so disappointing,
characters.
though.
It's just because no one does their homework. We could get away with the not disappointing stuff if everyone just did their homework.
Yeah, I think that's what I think for most of my games, I'm probably going to keep character creation very simple. For that reason. Honestly, it's just a low. The faster that you can get people to start playing instead of preparing to play, I think the better. But it depends on the person. Some people really like character builds, which is not a thing about.
And there is something to be said for crunch, right? I mean,
yes,
having a bunch of options and
we played Burning Wheel. We can say nothing bad about crunch.
That's true. That's a different kind of crunch, though. Than I guess the right way to put it is many games do crunch in a way that I feel video games does, at the very least, faster.
Yeah. Burning Wheel crunch is the kind of crunch I like, where the crunch is in every single roll. I'm going through all of my things, desperately scrambling to find more options to throw into the mix to make it possible. That's the kind of crunch I want.
Do a video game like Burning Wheel. Like, it's just too open-ended to really make it work.
Yeah, you could probably get an AI Burning Wheel game
I was going to
master.
say, at least until the GM is replaced by an AI. And
Yeah.
I, for one, welcome that day, because we all get to play our games then.
I agree. I also welcome GM Overlord Robot. I can't wait till we play a cyberpunk game with a computer as the game master. That would be amazing.
The first thing that would happen, because it's probably simpler, would be AI player characters first. That would probably be easier to make and have happen. So then that would be the prototype for GM for an AI PC. But also, I'm just imagining having to GM for 4 AIs, and the AIs are just like gonna glitch out or do weird things, or that would just be weird.
Okay, how is that any different from the Beer and Pretzels games? I mean, really? Like, you can't get more random than 4 people sitting there going, I'm going to fuck over everything this guy planned.
True.
I remember a while back there was an AI story writing thing where basically you'd say, okay, what do you do next? And the first couple of times we went through it, it was like, this is fantastic. It makes no sense. It's amazing. And then the more you did it, the more boring these stories got. It was odd. I was wondering if that was something to do with the system, but because of that, I don't see an AI player coming up anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's in the tomorrow future, but I am all for it. I think it would be funny as hell to have an AI game master. Just
until you piss it off and it goes, rocks fall and you die. It just shuts down.
But that's the future of Roll20 stuff too, because that's the motion of we take this adventure and we plug it into our AI game master, and everyone plays the adventure versus the AI game master.
At that point,
the AI game master is all the same program and learn.
I was going to say, if you get to that point, I would just stick that AI into a video game. I would agree.
Yeah, it would be the video game would be like with Roll20, your character sheet, you click the buttons, and it just reads it off of that.
Yeah, it'd be a co-op video game almost.
Yeah, it would be a co-op. It's ostensibly a co-op visual novel.
Yeah.
The second you make an AI GM, I become one of those beer and whatever gamers that was mentioned. And I will go out of my way to do exactly the opposite thing of whatever that AI is trying to.
I plan to introduce Marissa to the Stanley Parable for that reason.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see Marissa building Paradox as her character, just to try to make the thing overload and die.
Yep.
Anyway, that would be horrifying.
Yes.
Let's talk to our own AI game master.
Speaking of horrifying.
Our one, suicide has turned into 4 murders.
self-defense murder,
I
where
think
do
that's
you
still
draw
a
the
degree of
line?
murder.
It's
Not
at
in
least
Florida. Stand your ground.
at least criminally negligent.
Yeah, is the city situated within Florida or below the Mason-Dixon line? Like how
Below
much
the Mason-Dixon line, because we got a lot of stand your ground laws.
And
It's
there's
a
a right
joke.
to
No,
bear arms,
I-
but do I have a right to wolf claws? Is the question.
I mean, how is how much difference is there between a bear's arm and a wolf's claw?
That's for the lawyers.
a
to
wolf
decide.
Bear arms should be
claw
more
is like-
dangerous, so wolf
a
claw should
wolf
therefore
claw
be
is like-
fine.
A wolf paw is like this big around, a bear paw is like this big around.
Yeah. So if
So
it is a
about-
right to bear arms and things smaller than bear arms,
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
you're
really. Wolf arms are small arms. If you think
at
about
worst,
it.
it's just assault.
Yeah, it's basically a dog. I mean, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
So there'll be some. You'll have to be put down though.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, if they find the dog,
Also fine in Florida. They'll just put you down.
I think that's fair. At least that's also semi-frequent in Canada, but it's more like situational.
Oh, I
But
think I'm
usually
pretty
it's
sure.
like
I
if
just
you-
meant I'm pretty sure Florida still has the death penalty, unless I.
Oh, I
misread
meant
something.
pets.
With actual dogs is what you
Yeah, I meant pets. I meant if a dog bites a human, they are likely to be put down.
Oh yeah.
It depends on the person who got bit.
Yes, it does.
Like if they don't press, basically, if they don't press charges against your dog.
Yep. Anyways,
Yeah, getting away from the morality of pet euthanasia. I believe there was a dog hacking some stuff last time we left, and
Yeah.
it was
do we
going
just
to
go
be
right
picked
in the
back up.
monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
how you start the session.
Well,
All right.
I need to do
So-
the thing.
Did you make a monologue screen?
Oh, I don't. I can just adjust our existing screen.
Do it.
Crap, I never
I need
checked this
smooth
stuff.
jazz also.
Yeah, I never checked it. Hang on.
Neither did I.
I just go to YouTube and listen to jazz.
Okay, that just adjusted yours. Okay, I have to adjust everyone's individually.
I have a
Still doesn't take long.
script. It's just my camera. I think it's better if it's just the person's camera.
You just want it to be your camera? Oh, I don't have that.
I think
ready.
it's better
just...
if it's the person monologuing if they're just in black and white because it just seems.
Oh,
so
actually, yeah, you're
funny
right.
to
That's
me.
even better. Okay, then yeah. Oop. There we go. And I will also change the main screen. Perfect. You're the one.
You're the only one in black and white.
It's so good. Okay, let me make sure my voice spot is good to go. We cut to the wolf den, aka the storage closet, the goose nest, nighttime. Atari is around in this swivel chair, going to the phones, going to the laptop, and we zoom in. In all the districts in all the city, it had to be the old quarter. It had to be with Nicole. It was a seemingly simple job. Apparent suicide, but the wife thought it was something else. Nicole and I went to the apartment to get some clues, while Fionn and Rylan went to talk to the guy's boss. Only problem was, the boss sent some goons after me and Nicole. She did her fabritrix, and I lost control. More than I usually do. Now, those meatheads are dead in a dumpster off of Beam Street, and all we have to drink here is fucking mellow yellow. And see,
That is glorious.
That was good. Very noir. This is your noir part, by the way. This is the noir portion of
this
the
is a
program.
noir.
This is
Yep.
the noir portion of the programming. It's the intro monologue.
And now back to the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So we see like at the end of that speech we see a crushed can of Mellow Yellow with some like
cut to the credits.
scoring in it.
Yeah, I think we cut to the
just
credits.
go into a wastebasket, and we just see neon quartz like come up over top of the wastebasket.
With our jazz sting as we like drone shot into the start of the show.
Yep.
Excellent.
I'm thinking like
see...
the cops logo, where it's the logo over it, and there's still like moving camera behind the very neon logo, so it's not like one place for everything.
So we see Atari Schaefer like coming out of the broom closet, like lit screens behind him as the door closes, walking down to the. You meet in Ryland's office. Where do you have a meeting room?
Yeah, we have a meeting room. That's where
It's
we
my
met.
office is the meeting room.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
the office.
The chairs and the conference table are also in your office.
Yep.
Yeah. So Atari's like carrying his laptop, comes in, sets it down on Ryland's desk, and you're all there. Atari, you've just finished poring over all of the various pieces of technology that you've managed to acquire. Some was given to you, others, you had to wipe the blood off before you stuck the USB port in there.
Listen, potato. Gear is gear.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you sit down with the assembled members of the Golden Goose Detective Agency.
Yep.
And
I believe we have 6 questions to ask of our clues.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna add, Fion's wearing the same stuff from the club, but is now not wearing a shirt and has leaned over the desk to try to scrub a mustard stain out of that white jacket that we started. As this begins, this whole intro, that's what they're doing during the meeting, is scrubbing a mustard stain off of the white jacket.
So I feel like the good first question to ask is, what did what's the name of the guy's boss?
What was it? I wrote it
down. His name was Reese.
Yeah,
Reese.
I feel like, do you think what did Reese want off the laptop is a good question?
Yes, that's a good question.
Yeah.
That is a very good question.
Well,
that's a very good question, but would it be answered by the stuff that you have?
We have the
we have the laptop, so obvious. I assume we can go through it and find.
Well, the way we would phrase the question that would make sense for what we have is, what could Reese want off of this laptop, not what does he want.
What's on the laptop that could be valuable?
Yeah. What is it? What is that encrypted? What is under secret, unnamed folders, etc., etc.
What's he worried about getting out?
What could he be
It has a
after?
folder labeled
What
bills, and under that is labeled receipts, and then there it is under all stuff.
Yeah, and then there's the
tax returns 1972.
Yeah, then there's an encrypted zip folder. So
under the folder labeled prawn, there's a bunch of receipts and expense reports. No. But yeah, judging from like what you have in front of you, I can actually answer that question a little differently. So looking through everything, that the phones and the computer and everything, just looking for what Reese might have wanted, you do come across something on the phones that is a message exchange between an unnamed individual at a burner number and the goons, saying that they have to get that laptop before Reese does.
Ooh.
So the goons weren't from Reese.
Or they were working for Reese, or should have generally worked for Reese. This person paid them off. Something.
Okay.
Now, what did you originally roll on your...
I rolled 6.
13. It was a 13.
Yeah.
If it's a 7 to 9, you get like vaguish answers. I can sort of steer you wrongly, but with a 13, I have to give you all of the truth.
Okay. Straight answer or solidly.
Yeah, it's a great success.
That's our first question.
Yeah.
What else could we? All right, so
because we also have.
So that's not what they could. That's not what they could be after, though. the fact that they were trying to get it before Reese get it, but that's not what's valuable on the valuable in the information.
Can we
that
maybe
is a
figure out
lead.
who this other person is?
Well, we can make an assumption. Let me hear.
With
Yeah.
fully completing the answer to that, there's nothing on that laptop that seems sensitive at all.
Okay. It does say
Okay.
or. I just reread the rules. It does say or a solid, or either a straight answer or a solid lead, and that is a solid lead. That not Reese is trying to get the laptop.
Yes, and they might not know that they think something's on the laptop.
The tech stuff.
Do we want to ask a question, or do we want to assume it's Lila Harris, the leader of the rival club?
I
Or do we want to
think,
use a question?
I think we need to go to that club. I think we need to go to that club.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hold these questions too, but I think we have to go to that club before we pin Lila Harris.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so let's not use a question to verify. Let's verify by like.
Yeah, because I want to remind everyone it's the laptop, the phones, and the video footage.
Yeah.
From one of the places. So
yeah,
if I remember right, it was there was a shadow before Giovanni fell, and it's a long shadow. Right.
Yes,
so
and there was also like weird, I think like prints on the balcony.
They were like, yeah.
Yeah, there were
is it
a third set of fingerprints on the balcony and some
outside
holes recently plastered inside.
Yes,
9mm holes, if I remember correctly, recently plastered inside. I think we all know what those holes.
Obviously, a 9mm sized drill.
Yeah, obviously a 9mm drill bit.
He was
pilot
doing some
holes
home
for wall anchors. He was
that's
hanging
a
a
really
picture.
that's a really big drill bit to be a pilot hole.
He didn't want to miss.
It's a really heavy picture.
Yeah.
Would it be possible? Because I know I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna propose that we ask this question. This is not be asking the question. To be able to basically, based on the angles of the streetlights, reverse to take the shadow and recompress it to its normal form, to not get like the distortion from the angle of the light to create the shadow, to like scale it to be a silhouette.
So you want to ask the question like, what was the shadow, and use like math to get there?
I think that's a good question.
I'm not even thinking math. I'm thinking Photoshop to get there. But
look in that rear view mirror in the car there. Look, zoom in.
Enhance.
That could be a question we could ask.
Even more.
Because enhance is garbage, and we all know this.
Yeah,
but it's the cyberpunk future.
But this, it's still garbage. No,
in the cyberpunk future, though, I'm just gonna say in the cyberpunk future, 4K Ultra HD is standard on security cameras.
Yeah,
so,
if not just vector.
So you might blow it up.
Yeah, you can't add pixels. That's not how it works. Pixels are not additive. They're just there. You have X amount, and you just play with X amount. But we can't reshape a shadow to be a silhouette. You could do that in Photoshop now. That is my suggestion for a question.
Okay.
What was the
I'm
shadow?
okay with asking that.
So I think the general. Do we want to go down the line of questioning that is who wanted him killed or who killed him?
I care more about who
I'd
killed him.
start with who killed him, because they can lead us if we ever need more answers to who wanted him killed.
Okay.
Yeah, we could follow it back up,
Yeah. So
straightest line, who killed him?
Yeah. So can we
What was the shadow?
What was the shadow?
Yeah, what was the shadow?
So, yeah, you spent a good portion of the night manipulating that shadow back into its actual form, sharpening the image, like trying to figure out exactly what it was. And when you get it back to its correct configuration, it looks like a large phone pole, but made out of gnarly wood.
Like a pseudo-wudo?
So a post? Like a raw wood post?
Well, sort of. It's got jigs and jags a couple of places. There's one spot where there's an obvious like curl as it goes up.
Is this a sentient bonsai tree that has attacked this man?
But
we'll find out.
What sort of clinches a solid idea of what it is in your mind is when the body hits the car you do a close up on the hand of Giovanni's hand, and he's holding a large, sort of teardrop shaped leaf in one hand, and it's coming out like far on each side.
Okay, so what did the shadow look like? It's a foam, like a gnarly
gnarled-
foam bolt?
Like it goes up and it waves a bit, and there's a spot where it like curls around and goes up. There's also like things hanging off of it,
like a
So
tree.
it looks like a tree that's pretending to be a phone pole.
Say that.
yeah. And you
It's an
close up
ant.
on the hands, and
It's
you
an ant.
notice that there's like green stains on his other hand, and he's holding a leaf, like a large leaf, in his right hand.
Killed by a living plant.
It looks like he. I can't think of a good pun. I was gonna see where my brain took
It
it.
looks like we're
Lost it.
getting to the root of the problem.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, green stains on his hand. Okay, so I think we can assume
It's a tree monster. He fought a tree
we're
monster.
dealing with a magical person.
I'll have my in-character reaction.
Now, the other thing, like before the shadow disappears, you do see, as you're like reconstructing the silhouette of this thing, you see something skitter down the outside, and it looks like they punch it, and that's when the thing disappears.
Someone punches what?
Someone punched the
punches
tree.
what?
The tree thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a freaking... I think it's a ninja who uses, like, cardboard trees.
What?
I don't know.
Oh,
Could be that.
Summoned a tree monster.
I mean, summoning a
So-
tree monster seems weird, but
Can
Either way, that's
If
not
some-
people.
someone punched
That's
the
a
tree and it
person.
disappeared makes me think
On a
it's
player level, fairy tales.
true.
Oh, it's Jack and the Beanstalk. Okay. Okay.
We're dumb. We're real dumb.
Okay. So this person is on video, correct?
That's how they-
Their silhouette is, yeah.
Okay.
Jack and the 9mm gun.
yeah. Jack and the living ladder.
Jack and
Oh, God.
the Glock stock. Okay.
And actually, you know what? You got a 13.
Oh.
Yeah, there is a point where you freeze frame and catch enough of a face that you could make an identification if you needed to.
If we saw it.
Okay. So we have enough of a face to make an ID.
Versus having weird Discord problems, so occasionally it
Yeah.
crashes.
Um,
You can
all
reinstall
good.
it.
how much work would it be to get into the FBI database and just run it? Hypothetically.
We could
Hypothetically.
we could spend a question to ask who is this
The
person.
question could be, does the person in the video have a criminal record?
We could ask where are they, and then I don't think we'll get an answer. We'll get a lead.
Do we want to try and find Jack?
That
and his
could-
beanstalk?
Yeah, I mean, you've had this information for a while. You could have like run their face through something, you know, as part of your research.
Where are they is probably the fastest way to get there, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
would the source answer that?
I don't think
Fair.
what we
Where
have-
no, but who is a who we could do,
might
because
be
that can involve like sending it through a database.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe his laptop.
This is the cyberpunk future. There's definitely databases.
I was going
of
to say,
just
this
everyone's
cyberpunk
face.
future, his webcam's
there-
always on, even if it's
Yeah.
supposed to not be.
Well, I think I asked this, and you said the webcam had like a cover over it, right?
Mhm.
But the
We
microphone-
asked about the webcam because we're
Microphone
awful.
might be on.
But the microphone.
Oh yeah,
Can
yeah.
we pull sound
Who-
off
yeah.
the microphone?
Who
You
was
could
there
pull
when he
sound off the
died?
microphone. Yep.
Who was
Yeah.
there when he died is a question we
Yeah.
could get from the microphone.
Because there are there's 3 sets of fingerprints, right? Can we get? I guess who was there when he died? As in, like, what?
That's a whole question. I think that's a whole last question we can get the answer to from the
Okay.
from the thing we've
Who's
got.
the third person, basically?
Yeah.
Just who was there when he died?
I mean, he died when he presumably hit the bottom. So technically, if we want to be technical about it, who else was in the room when the fight happened?
Who was in the room where it happened?
Exactly. There it is.
Where it happened?
In fact, yes.
Man, I want to.
So yeah, getting the microphone footage recording together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear a bunch of silence, then an obvious door opening, which would have been like the door to the balcony opens first. That's the first sound you hear. It's a sliding glass door. Then you hear some rummaging around, and you hear something get knocked over and shatter. And then a door busting open, and a man yelling, "Who the hell are you?" And then gunfire ringing out. And then there's a sounds of like someone running across the room. And then, what the hell? Oh!
I think we know
Jack
the gun.
did not talk.
Yeah, Jack did not talk. But the question was who was in the room. Did we get the?
I mean, the third finger person might have literally just been the wife because it's their house.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 sets, so 2 are the people that live there, and the one on the outside of the door handle we could presume is
Jack.
Is Jack. Can we run a fingerprint search?
What? Do we know if Giovanni was shot when he was down there? Because I'm assuming not. So
well, we don't have any.
All the shots
I'm pretty sure.
Also,
honestly, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
you could go check, but
we could. But I would think
floors.
Giovanni would own a gun, and especially if he's making drugs, he owns a gun. And B,
even if he's not legally allowed to own one,
he owns a gun.
Yeah.
And B, he probably shot the walls at his home because he just walked in on Jack and the Beanstalk robbing him.
Yeah, I think if he was shot, we would have, like, I don't think the police would go, "You just committed suicide," right? I
Yeah.
feel like it'd be more. I think it's just he fell off, and they're like, "We don't want to look into this more."
Yeah.
Okay.
He
now
definitely
here's
tried to shoot Jack.
Here's my next question that I want to propose we ask.
We have 3 more.
I know. So what we know from the sound recording already is that they killed Jack, but we did not see them. The killer, they killed Giovanni. Jack did not then take the laptop.
No.
So maybe they were there specifically to kill Giovanni, or for another reason.
Drugs. They were there to steal his drugs.
Yes, but then they didn't steal his drugs.
Oh, that's because they got shot at.
Yeah, the gunshots rang out, so they probably had to skedaddle. And they knocked a man off a balcony and hit a car.
If
which
they
was a loud
skedaddled,
noise.
does that mean that the wife then papered over those bullet holes?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
and
yes.
if that is the case, what is her part in this? Is it just a matter of don't want the cops looking into it, or
we could add just what is the wife hiding, and that we could hear and anything we might recorded footage.
That could be the question. Yeah, what does wifey try to hide from us?
Yeah, because we have the laptop the whole time it was there, not necessarily just for his death, right?
So yeah, we could
the conversation.
Yeah, we could just we could scan for her voice.
Yep.
As we go through the audio and just focus when it's just her.
Yeah.
Or her and Giovanni talking.
So yeah, probably next morning, there is a portion of audio that you hear. There's a woman speaking, a little bit muffled, obviously barking orders out to give it to a couple of people to search the office, like repair the damage. Don't make it look like there was a scuffle here.
Does it sound like her voice?
A bit, yeah.
She wants it to be ruled a suicide. Why did she hire us?
Why would she hire us, though?
Why would she hire us if she wants it to be ruled a suicide?
She's commanding others, so she's not in this alone. Other people were doing the repairs.
No, if she hired
none of their prints
it's a handyman. It's a handyman.
But
it sounds more like a subordinate.
Oh, really?
Tone.
Okay.
So,
well, people are mean to their handymen
too. Miranda, We don't actually know for sure what Miranda's job is.
What she does, yeah.
She's a flower person.
That's
Oh, yeah.
We're supposed to ask what
right.
was in the dirt.
Flower girl. Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm sure those aren't tied together.
Oh.
No, there's no flower girl in a Jack and the Beanstalk story.
But you know, there's probably someone else at the flower shop who might not like. This might be a whole affair thing where ruled as a suicide.
Why would she hire us?
That's a good question that we might ask her. I don't think we can find
I might need to stalk her for a bit.
Okay, so
you need to check her Facebook profile and see if she has like another internet status.
it's gone from married to it's complicated.
Yeah, while we're having this conversation, can I pull up my phone and see if she changed any of that? If she's still going on board with being grieving, or if she's just dropped it?
Because the whole nightclub thing might be a red herring.
She was certainly fine with us taking all of his stuff away.
She really was.
Which means either anything that was actually a problem, it was already gone.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been interested in the drug stuff. She didn't care about it. Or anything that I think would have.
Now, we could ask the question, is there any of this bliss stuff on the laptop if we want to see if that goes anywhere? But
I already said there is zero of interest on the laptop. It is all strictly like it is cover identity laptop.
It's his work. It's his work laptop that's cleared to show the cops if they come around snooping.
Which
like, here's my work laptop.
Do we want then to ask, where is the burner laptop?
Where's the real laptop?
Yeah.
We wouldn't know. We can't. We wouldn't know that from hacking.
The other laptop might have something in terms of like it might show like other devices on this network. Things like that.
That might be what we could do if we could.
Also,
through hacking, have scraped the IP history from there.
Yeah, I don't think it would tell us directly, but it might be a lead of where to like find it.
Yeah, are we missing some piece of electronic clue?
We want to ask.
Also, if it was the clean laptop, does this new deal count as something that was clean, or does it not? Because more information on that might be useful as well. This deal that he was working on at work. Because we still don't know about that.
We know that deal based on what Spencer was able to like glean off the guy. He was acting like everything's okay, but everything's
was
not
screwed.
okay.
Yeah.
So if we can learn more about that deal from this laptop, depends on whether or not that deal counts as something that should have been secret or not.
Here's a thought. What if we clone the hard drive of this laptop, put in a better bug, and then just send it to what's his face? Who the goons were trying to keep the laptop from.
And it's like, hey, we have your laptop, pay us like twice as much, which would in their mind remove suspicion, because that's what they would expect us to do. Give it to them.
However, pointing four fingers at the dead goods in the dumpster.
No, we don't say any of that. We just return the work laptop to the employer.
Right.
It's like we check it.
To Reese, not to the person who take it from Reese.
Yeah, not the mystery person, but the person, because they were trying to keep Reese from getting it. We cloned the hard drive, bug the laptop, give the laptop to Reese, being like, "This is your company property. Here you go. We found it as part of our investigation."
So would that count as a clue?
It might just get us more in with Reese at minimum.
Yeah, I think that would be
at the very least, we just wait and see what happens with it. We can investigate we make another investigate roll on this later.
Yeah, I'm good to do that.
This idea, but that's a suggestion of like a thing we could do to move this laptop plotline forward is clone the hard drive, bug the laptop, return it.
All right. So, do we have anything that we want to spend our last two clues on this stuff for right now? Because we could just bank it for later.
Do we have an actionable thing we want to do next?
If we can get an ID on Jack. On Jack Doe there.
We can recognize his face, but that's it right now.
If we
go around we can get any more information from what we have.
A face.
Yeah, fingerprints and a face is enough at the cyberpunk and modern future to identify a person.
You're right. So that's one plan that some of us can act on.
Group A can track down Jack
as well.
Group B can drop the laptop off and then go to the rival club.
I was also going to say we could talk to the client if we want to, or do we want to not talk to her yet?
I don't. She's too
wanna talk to
suspicious.
her
She's
yet,
not gonna
yeah.
tell us the truth. She's already like hid enough
She's
shit
already
by
lied.
by plastering the wall and like that kind of stuff, and not telling us that someone shot at him.
Then here's a better idea. Instead of going to Reese with the laptop, let's return it back to Miranda and bug her.
We could. I'm thinking there's an easier way to bug her than
definitely.
without the laptop, but there's not going to be an easier way to bug a shady club owner.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Nicole and I can do that because I'm the one who talked with him and Nicole.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if that would, I guess, leave me and
We could go after Jack.
Yeah.
Because going to check out clubs and stuff, you don't need your own transportation as much because they're set places.
Yeah,
Jack might run, so we would need the car.
And if he's dangerous, I've already killed 4 people.
Yeah, the body count can go up.
Let's see if werewolves can climb well.
Yeah, so
I should
guess
say that the face you saw, by the way, was a woman. I should clarify that.
Okay.
And he.
Jacqueline.
It's because we went Jack.
Yeah, we immediately jumped to Jack, and then you're right.
I said Jack Doe to try to clarify.
I might stop by the flower shop anyways, honestly. Ryland has a hunch.
Yeah, but can we get an ID on our beanstalk wielding friend?
Yeah. You want to use a investigate that?
Use an investigate for.
Use a clue for that? Just Oh wait, investigate or a clue?
Oh,
using that you could use that hacking clue. I think.
I was thinking that seems like a good use because that gets us in a direction.
Yeah, like worst case, we'll be able to figure out more from there if we know who they are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can we identify the beanstalk friend? Our vegetable ninja.
Yeah. So you do come across a name running a reverse image search with facial recognition for a woman named Jacelyn Moore.
What was her name?
Jacelyn Moore.
Jacelyn Moore.
Jacelyn Moore.
Like
looks a little bit like a Jacqueline. Do we get anything else other than her name, like her place of work?
She works at Soya Mart. As a cashier.
Mart. Do we get her Facebook? Does she have a Facebook?
Is it on private?
Yeah. So no. You find her her Aether feed, which is Twitter basically.
Yeah.
You do find a connected sort of fund me site for her. Because her mother is desperately ill and they are desperately poor.
I'm glad we still have GoFundMe health insurance in this future.
So it was assassination out of desperate poverty or something?
Assassination out of desperation?
I don't think this is an assassination. I think assassination is the wrong way to look at this event.
We'll see.
It seems more like break-in gone wrong.
I think this is robbery gone wrong, but really wrong because they were robbing someone who is not a good person. They were just expecting, I'm just going to rob a rich person.
Right.
But then again, they weren't rich. I think that if they were the target of a robbery, it was probably because of whatever this new drug was, which seems to be a brand new thing on the market.
Maybe.
So I think they're still tying into there because they aren't rich.
Yeah, they're honestly probably stealing the drugs. That's the most likely.
Is we know that Giovanni and Miranda used to live with a lot less money, so they might know each other. Except we heard "Who are you?" Didn't we?
He did say, "Who the hell are you?"
Okay, so no, we wouldn't.
Unless they were in a disguise.
but we saw their
They could have
face.
been disguised, but I think
Oh, you're right. We did see their face all the way down.
she took a job to rob them, not knowing who they were. They probably were looking for the drugs that he was selling, because he's the only person that knows.
Let's go beat her up. Figure it out.
Okay, I think we have two actionable things. You two still want to go beat her up, and we'll talk to Reese.
Beat her up's a strong term.
I know, I was using wording.
Yep. That's what's gonna happen, but yeah, it's a strong term.
So to get into character now, because I've been out of character the whole time.
And that is the end of my PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, we see the final slide is like action plans, and there's two things there.
Action plan. Beat up is crossed out and it says talk to.
Yep. Ryland is just... You know, we never really talked about... Like, I know we know our powers, that we know are aware of each other's powers, but still, like, I don't think because of the mist we can't really talk about it that much, can we?
You can. Like, Rift recognize Rift, you know?
Okay. In that case, Ryland says it's someone else like us. We would then recognize that Scratch is also a Rift, right?
They're a private investigator? This doesn't look like a PI.
They're special after the event.
They were changed by the earthquake.
Oh, they're like you guys with your weird mumbo and jumbo.
I guess, yeah, we wouldn't like
furiously scrubbing at the mustard stain on said mumbo and or jumbo.
Yeah. I guess because your power is a lot less
so
obvious.
Yeah.
And if you weren't aware that you have it, we wouldn't be.
And I don't think they're really cognizant enough of how they work most of the time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of just going with it. Whatever feels right. It's the right thing to do.
So yeah, I think we'd be like, I guess so. Huh.
Do you think it's all plants? Or is it just like the one plant?
That would be a good question to ask them.
Oh, that reminds me. And Ryland like takes out his pill bottle and downs like a little ball.
Weird metal ball bear diet.
Yeah, he needs to eat metal for his powers to work. So now he has a pill bottle of them.
Do you want me to put a bug on the laptop like a little virus?
A little cricket?
I think that'd be a good idea. We can talk to Reese, and presumably he'll put it in his office, and we can hear everything that goes on in his office for a bit. Until it runs out of power.
We can also figure out what he wants off the laptop that the other people didn't want.
You can just have Can't you just have a laptop like I know you can do it with cell phones, where you clone it and it just sends you a record whatever they do on it. It drains the battery real fast, but we don't have to care. Like you could clone it and just
That's true.
see what he does.
I'm less interested in the laptop information. I'm more interested in listening in his office while it's in there.
I don't know if he's actually going to be keeping this laptop in his office, but it should be easy enough to plant some other sort of bug in there. Were there carpets, anything?
It was a nice office. And like, yeah, Ryland will describe it. He's the only one who's actually been inside it.
Yeah, there's probably like an urn or something or a lampshade you can stick a bug in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There's also
like the Reese's office is all about being impressive from the moment you walk in.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of decorative stuff.
I mean, I guess no. Would he check that giant oil painting of himself?
He'd probably stare at it every day a little bit.
Yeah.
But...
Can we get some giant oil paintings? We get those on our front hallway, just like life-size waist up portrait style paintings.
Ryland says he thinks to himself and then smiling he says it's not in the budget yet. But when we do get it, I want to make sure that they also act as doors to secret tunnels or similar.
Like a closet. I can change outfits.
Ryland does not know if he's serious or not, because that would be
They all open up to bat poles.
Yeah.
I want mine to open up to like a closet for all of my fabulous sequined outfits that I will have commissioned from.
Okay. I guess we'll out.
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
Okay. So who's going where?
I think Fion and I are going to
Soya Mart.
Soya Mart. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure to
Okay.
bring your coupon book.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Paul and I are heading to
The club.
Electric Velvet.
I'm one soy boy away from
Electric
Now,
Velvet.
Electric
It's-
Velvet.
It's probably still open because it probably hasn't closed yet. Because it's pretty early in the morning, you said. Is that right, Atari, when you finished your presentation?
Oh yeah, because I did it because I used my quick and effective thing, so I probably finished it before the next like sunrise.
Okay.
The bodies in the garbage are still fresh. They're still warm.
Yeah, the news probably hasn't broke about that until the garbage men come around and find them.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So
Who do we want to see first? I think ours is probably less impactful, so I think it makes sense to
Yeah.
have ours first.
yeah.
Because we'll probably have to wait for Soya Mart to open.
What? What do you mean? No, Soya Mart's
Soya
always
Mart's
open.
24-hour. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour
grocery store.
Soya Mart.
Yeah.
Also,
Sorry,
speaking of
subsidiary
those
of
bodies in the
Equinox
garbage,
Enterprises. The produce is always fresh and it's a
Yeah.
24-hour place.
The sun never sets in our marketplace.
speaking of the bodies in the dumpster, does the rest of the team know about that?
I
Nope.
don't say anything about
So
it. If you
while
bring it
we're
up,
on the
I will-
bus to Electric Velvet, Ryland asks Nicole, says, I assume we're probably, if not the only ones on the bus at this time. There's not very many people, so he's talking kind of privately. He says, I wanted to check, how did everything else go? It might have just been me. Couldn't place it, but Atari was acting a bit. Well, not when he just got back to the office. Anything happen?
Nicole hesitates a little bit. I mean, but she showed up to the office with a shot arm, so there's not exactly a whole lot of hiding she can do.
Oh yeah, we knew it was a scuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ryland's more like any. How did that go? Felt like even in the summary of it. Is there anything you didn't tell me about?
Well, like I said, there was, some people and they came on us in the alley and we dealt with them, I guess. I mean, what more do you need to know?
I mean,
As you're talking, the bus comes to a stop. There seems to be a traffic snarl in front of you.
okay. I was Nicole. You're part of this team, so it was a target. So I care about all of you, and I wanted to know details. Maybe it's just me, but you look just a bit shaken up.
Nicole, as you're looking out the window, you see a collection of police cars around an alley with a bunch of police tape.
Yeah, Ryland is not noticing it because that's semi-common.
Yeah.
Semi-common. That's terrifying. Okay. And yeah, if I'm
Well, just
noticing
like-
that,
Yeah, you would notice because you know the alley.
dread it. Okay. Look, things might have gotten a little bit out of hand. I mean, I don't really know how to use my powers yet fully, and maybe Atari doesn't either. I don't know, and I was shot at the time, and I wasn't down there, but I am not quite sure what happened to those goons. I
As you say this, like there's a gurney coming out with a bag, like a body bag on it, but it doesn't look like there's a full body in there. It looks like a lump in the middle.
It's a half
Oh, you know what?
bag.
The reason Wyland isn't seeing it is because he can notice the siren reflections, but he's looking away from it towards Nicole. So it's just as you're looking at Ryland behind him, you see all
Such
of
a
this.
dark comedic scene.
What's wrong?
Says, the parts of the body there.
Like an arm falls out of the bag and you gotta push back in.
The last thing we see as the bus slowly creeps by, as the cops are letting people through, is a rookie beat cop puking like just outside the alley.
There's an old guy going, "I'm too old for this shit."
Yeah, he does the cigarette stamp of this is that's his version of this is bad.
Yeah. But no, on lines of, I am not sure that they made it out of there at all.
Oh.
But it wasn't Atari's fault, I'm sure of that. I mean, they were attacking us. They shot at us, and that's...
Yeah.
If anything happened, it was self-defense.
Did anything happen?
I wasn't right there. Whatever Atari did, he did what he needed to do.
Get you a help point later.
Ryland thinks quietly. Says, I see. I trust you, Nicole. Thank you.
Sure.
Ryland is thinking to himself for the rest of the trip.
The awkward silence of processing.
So yeah, the bus comes to the nearest stop of the club. You both get off, walk towards the club in relative silence. Yeah, it's getting to be about, I'd say 7 or so in the morning by the time you get there. There's a number of people, well, not a number. There's a scattering of people that looks like that they made it about 30 feet outside the club before they passed out, and that's where they stayed. And yeah, passing by the human detritus of the previous night towards the door. Bouncers, the two bouncers are still standing there. The ones that you came into contact with yesterday, the large one and the large male with like some chrome and a shaved head, and the female with her clipboard, and they're sort of just standing there smoking cigarettes and talking about the previous night.
I think I'm going to let you do a bit more of the talking as you actually.
Yeah,
have the
Ryland
point here.
sort of dredges himself out of his thoughts and starting to act a bit more like himself. Hello, my name is Ryland. I came here earlier last evening, and I would like to talk to Reese. Did we decide we're returning a laptop? Because if so, I have some company property. Giovanni, I'm returning.
I think we're returning the laptop. I don't think that the bug is actually in the laptop because I don't believe he'll actually keep that in his office. But
yeah, I would at least, I think Atari would at least do the cloning thing to see if something is changed to it. Like if that's just the laptop that's like the prop laptop, maybe he does something to it.
Well, here's something you can use in the future, because we have this handy dandy flashback move.
Oh, yeah, sweet. Okay. Perfect.
Ooh.
You can do that once per session.
Okay.
When you
Per
have the
character?
spotlight. Per character.
Okay. So yeah, Rylan
So-
brandishes the laptop and yeah, I want to talk to Reese and return this, so he doesn't want to just like give it to the person at the front door and leave.
Yeah, the woman sort of, she's like holding her cigarette in her hand like this. She just sort of waves you in and just doesn't even stop talking to her friend.
Okay, yeah. I glance at Nicole and all right, we walk inside. Probably a bit different now.
Oh yeah, dead quiet. There's one guy like wiping down the bar and taking care of like the all the empty bottles and crap behind there. Nobody else is here.
I think I glance up. Looking at it now, is it obvious if Reese is in his office? Like, it's a one-way glass.
one-way
I think.
glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I
Yeah.
start heading up towards it and say
And I don't
it's
think
up
there's any
there.
point in bugging the floor of a.
You will not get anything until.
Unless you really like Darude Sandstorm.
It's called Darude Step. It's all dubstep mixed with Darude Sandstorm.
Oh, God. You could write an essay about Darude Sandstorm. I don't want to, but you could.
But yeah, you know the way to the office. The door's closed. Hey, knock.
Yep.
There's a fairly haggard sounding voice, and come on in.
I open the door.
Look, Tracy, I've been asking for those receipts for the past 20 minutes.
It's Ryland again.
Oh,
I
yeah, come on in.
Thanks. This is Nicole. She's my she's my managing director of investigations.
Ah, nice to meet you. Come on in, sit down. What brings you back? Find anything out about Johnny?
Nothing conclusive yet. We think we found out who did it, but we need to check that and why they did it. They seem just out of the blue.
You notice him get a little bit more on edge when you say that.
Okay. But we wanted to bring by his laptop. Rylan thinks to himself. He says he like considers whether or not to say it, and he says there were here you go. I think you should know I think someone tried to take it from us and from you. We were given it by Miranda.
Well, I mean, the list of contacts on there is worth $1 million alone.
Okay.
We handle some whales, you know. I mean,
Yeah, just thought you should know people were after it. I don't think they were. He trails off for a second before catching himself.
yeah, he takes the laptop and he like very carefully puts it in a side drawer. And when he comes back, he's got a rolled up wad of bills and he throws it at you. He's like, "That's for returning it. Thanks."
Oh, welcome.
So you said that you knew a couple whales. Does that mean you know insert excerpt celebrity name?
Oh yeah, they were in here, you know, a couple weeks back. Yeah, now they're out in over in New Jack City, you know, filming some stuff.
Oh my gosh, that is so incredible. I didn't. They came to this club. I mean,
That's every night. You ought to come, you know, come on down on Saturday. I can introduce you around to some of the movers and shakers.
could I? I mean, I wasn't sure if your bouncers would let me in without,
And he like pulls out a business card and hands it to you. It's like, it's printed on a piece of like chromed paper. Like it's metal and it's embossed. It's got his name with electric velvet in like little, it actually flashes neon on the card.
with like an electric illustration.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's like, show them that at the door. They'll let you in.
You know, I love your style. This is so amazing. I mean, while I'm doing this, um, can I scope the office? Is there any place to put? I'm specifically looking for fabric, a leather seat, something.
Oh
you're
yeah,
looking
like
to hide it
the office chairs are
inside.
like very plush, you know.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Oh.
Smart.
Then
I can help.
Then yeah, as I'm talking, I guess if I can just like rest a hand on one of the arms of one of those chairs, and what I'm trying to do is take the fabric actually apart and stick the bug inside of the chair in a little bit of the stuffing right up near the top so that it's
Gotcha.
not found.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So that would
Yeah.
be sneaking around.
And I'm gonna help. I think I'll say like, all right, Nicole. Yes.
Nope,
No.
I did not roll that.
That's an attack.
Yes.
Oh yeah, 0 power. I say, yep. Okay. I think I start asking, just sort of like on a surface level, doing like, okay, if there's any more information you can tell me about what's going on. Like, I think I already asked this before last time, and he basically gave. So this time I'm just doing a follow. I'm acting like I'm just doing a follow up to help in direction. While Nicole.
Okay, are you spending a help point here,
Yeah.
or are you changing the game somehow?
I am spending a help point.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about the fail roll there. I'm for the different things I'm going to be tugging on fabric control because I'm talking the whole way through. I'm tagging the weakness tag of communication, portable tech trinkets for some reason, and I was trying to play into easily underestimated here.
Okay.
Now let's see if this one actually works. Yes. Okay, roll that. There we go. That is
That's
an
enough.
actual roll.
Okay. This takes a fair amount of interpretation. Let's see here. Yeah, you managed to get it in. Negative effect to be named later.
Fair enough. Well, I've got a fantastic business card and the bug is in place. I'll keep, talking away until eventually I'm pulled out of there.
Yep. I think eventually I do. All right. I think, Nicole, that's enough firing for now. You can come back later, like you said. We still have a case to work. Thank you for your time again. If anything comes up, if you remember anything, or if anything happens that Paul pulls out his own business card. I think they're okay. They're like fairly standard template.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he takes the card and like puts it in his breast pocket, and he shakes your hand, and his hand just engulfs yours. Dude is massive.
Yeah.
He pulls you in real close, puts his hand on your shoulder, and says, "You find that man? Tell me a name." And he lets you go.
Yeah. Rylan looks a bit taken, but gulps and slowly does his best attempt at a smile.
Okay. Meanwhile, in a not even nondescript car, a very loud, very boisterous car driving down the road, covered in pizza logos and blaring what I can only assume to be Dave Matthews out the windows.
Oh man. Well, if it's Dave Matthews, literally, Atari has his AR goggles on, which also have secret earbuds, and he's listening to his own music. Just like very silent, very awkward car.
Yeah, Fion, do you attempt to make any conversation with Atari for the drive?
Indigo.
You're muted.
Sorry.
Yeah, you and Atari are driving your way over
Yeah,
to
we're going
the
to Soya Mart.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a lot of hanging out in the parking lot for a bit.
Yeah. Just gonna
Like
sit there and watch.
we do the initial like run around to Soya Mart to get our stakeout snacks.
Yep.
/ check to see if she's in there when we show up.
What's on discount?
Yeah, it's a double duty trip. Like we're gonna stock up on stakeout snacks, and we're gonna walk by slowly through all of the like cash registers to see if she's there. And if not, we're just gonna sit in the parking lot and wait for her shift. But now we have snacks for it.
So your plan is to get snacks for a stakeout from the place we're going to be staking out.
They'll never suspect it.
Yeah. Where else do you get the cheesy puff guys? It's Soya Mart.
Yeah.
And these ones are organic.
I could literally order us a pizza from your car.
Anything but pizza. Please, no pizza.
But Soya Mart. We gotta know if she's in there. What's the point of staking out just waiting for her shift to end?
The goggles just come back down and the earbuds go in as I walk inside.
Alright, whatever.
It's just like, all right, there's no talking to Fion. It's just you do it or you don't.
Like
Yeah,
another
Fion,
car.
Fion, your phone buzzes. There is a urgent communication from corporate about what seems to be a mandatory upgrade to all pizza cars, introducing a calzone feature.
It will be. I don't think you can pay for it. It's just
It'll be deducted
from
from your
next.
paycheck. Yeah, when they install it.
I crash the app as soon as it comes up. As soon as like the ding 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 of like pizza update, I crash the app.
Pizza
Okay.
really is the oppressive feature.
It's the impressive.
Yeah, I crash the app and I go to Soya Mart to get me some of those cheesy puffs.
I'm almost wondering if that's your Fion's version of making a hard choice.
Is that a hard choice? It's they were gonna charge me money to install it's because they've done this crap before. They're gonna charge me a bunch of money to install the calzone maker, but then it's gonna be a 2-month promotion, and then I'm gonna have to pay to get it removed.
Do you know how much the garlic knot deployer cost?
Yeah, the garlic knot deployer was the last one they did, and now all it's good for is keeping thugs off the car. Because the promotion was originally you were supposed to drive through school districts and shoot them at children. That was the original intention of the garlic knot dispenser.
Oh my god, that sounds horrible. They like
was
tell
to
you
drive through school zones and play like the pizza car song, and then you fire garlic knots at them.
Yeah.
but they told you to do it above the speed limit for a school zone, so you hit all of the students with it.
But then they stopped the promotion, so now all it's good for is like warding off thugs trying to rob me.
Yeah,
Oh my
they
God.
were
This calzone maker is gonna be the same thing. All I'm gonna use it for in 2 months is folding my laundry.
To be fair, you could just blame the parents. The parents of the kids at the school probably sued the pizza place and they settled.
Yeah, but they canceled the promotion, and yet we
That's
still had to
probably
pay for the garlic knot maker and launcher. This calzone's the same thing. I'm just gonna crash the app. I'm gonna go get my cheesy puffs, and I'm gonna see if Jack and the Beanstalk's inside.
Yeah. We go in 2 separate lines because more coverage.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna sneak around Soya Mart.
Like go into the employee break room.
Yeah,
Shop
I'm gonna grab my bag of cheesy puffs, and then I'm going to wander around the store until I'm out of cheesy puffs.
You're opening it without paying for it.
Can I use his distraction of being a shady dude walking around the Soya Mart to hack into the security cameras?
It would be a question of getting to where they are first.
Yeah, that's you follow me. I will get you back into the employee break room because the goal with the sneak around, you have an objective with the role. It's to get into an area of the building where I will catch Jack. What's her name? Jacelyn. My goal with the role is if Jacelyn is in the building, I would like to get her in the break room, in the employee kitchen, some back hallway. So she's not on the main floor with everyone.
So you're specifically looking to get her alone.
Yes, I'm trying to get her alone. I am framing it in the way of grabbing the cheesy puffs and wandering around the store, but the intent is to sneak around and get her alone.
Sure, I will join in on that. I guess I can't really help you because all I have is hurt points with you.
One of you could change the game, which would give juice to the other.
Yep.
Yeah, you could change the game to send her back to get to send someone to relieve her break. You could do some hacking thing like that to make it more possible.
I think this is where I call my fellow nerds because one of these nerds has to work here.
Of course.
Yeah, I think I will attempt to change the game. Is that right?
To summon an ally?
Yeah.
Create or acquire a useful object, weaken the opposition, conjure, summon, or rally allies, gain or give a tactical advantage. Something like that.
Yeah. Would it be a story tag of nerd cashier?
Yeah.
I think it's waiting around till she goes on her break or something. If she... conspicuously.
Yeah, I can tell you, wandering around, you haven't seen her.
Yeah, maybe one of my old high school nerd friends is the manager here. Maybe that's it.
Okay.
So, I guess I'm gonna try and change the game.
Yeah, we did kind of just decide she was here today. We didn't
actually check her schedule.
I will use fellow nerds.
Now, if that's really all you have, you could burn that tag.
It might also be useful. The Golden Goose Mysteries, we've got oddballs, right tool for the job, and chaos. For some reason, this feels like it could fit.
Yeah, you can draw on the team tags. Those burn when you use them.
Okay.
And we get it back at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
you get them back when you recharge them. Ugh, excuse me.
I don't actually have this written. What are they called? Oddballs, right for the job.
Right tool
for the job, right job, and chaos.
Okay.
The weakness tag is organizations.
This is an organization.
I think I will also do pick your battles because I'm specifically trying to find the manager friend and go hey, can you get this person? Does this person work today?
It's not really a battle.
I think I agree.
Fair.
Are you using the oddballs from Golden Goose?
I can use the oddballs from Golden Goose.
Now, with these ones, you burn them, but they give a +1 still?
It's a +1 and then they burn.
Okay.
I haven't used any. So
if I click the burn, does it Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's what you should. It's just we can unburn them later or change them
Yeah.
or whatever.
but I can burn fellow nerds on here, and it's a +3 instead of a +1.
Yeah, so with burning tags, so a burnt tag is temporarily unavailable and cannot be invoked or burnt again until recovered. Where does it say when you burn it? The circumstances.
Search.
Several nations for a burnt tag, including here it is, burning for a hit. When you make a core move before determining power, you can choose to burn one of your power tags. In order to burn it, you must be able to invoke the tag for this move. The tag must be relevant to the action, and it cannot be used if it's already burnt. When burning a tag for a hit, you automatically gain a power of 3. Furthermore, instead of rolling the dice, treat the move as if you rolled a total of 7. Therefore, an unmodified move with a burnt tag for a hit always achieves a final score of 3 plus 7, 10, and the 10 plus outcome of the move is applied.
Ah.
Okay, so then I don't really
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to
you
burn
don't need.
oddballs.
Yeah, no other tags can affect the power of a move made with a burnt tag with a tag burnt for a hit. However, statuses still apply normally and may increase or decrease the power of the action.
Okay.
So even if I try to invoke a weakness here, it doesn't matter?
That's the interesting thing. Can you invoke a
Yeah.
weakness with a burn?
It says no other power tags, power, weakness, story, etc.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
So
it's just treated as a 7 plus the power tag that's burnt, which is 3.
yep.
Mhm.
If you
So it's an
So-
automatic 10.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that because that seems easier.
Okay. So yeah, you create Nerd Manager. There's your story tag.
So were you guys in the same club in high school then or something?
Yeah, I think because basically that fellow nerds thing is Atari just went. He was a lone wolf that kept finding packs that would help him, so he sort of knows all the nerds.
He was
I like to think this guy is he's one of those gifted kids that burnt out in high school.
Oh yeah. So he's very smart and very good at what he does. He's just emotionally
Yeah. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna get a random cyberpunk name generator.
Yeah, we do need one of those.
See Sega.
Literally,
Yes.
literally the first. Oh, yeah, we'll call him Sega. That's better. But the first one on this random list is Zen, Z-E-N.
Mhm.
That's a bit too confusing.
Yeah. No, I'll call him Sega. I'll walk up to a cashier, just go,
Does Sega work today? Sega here.
And they're like, yeah, he's and they point over to like a booth on one wall, like straight across from all the other cash registers. If you walk all the way to the end, there's a little booth that with a window that looks out at the cashiers. And you see him inside, like hunched over a computer, stacks of papers on his desk.
I'll just give a knock.
Yeah, come on in. What is it?
Sega, how's it going?
I figured the robot voice is new since high
Atari?
school.
Yeah,
You look a little different. What happened?
no. Some upgrades.
Right on.
Long story.
What do you need? Coupons?
No, actually, I work for this detective agency now. Is there like,
What's my title again?
Oh, Your title is Director of Cyber Information.
I work for this detective agency as the director of cyber information, and I'm just here following up a lead. Do you happen to know if a Jacqueline Moore works today?
Oh, you mean
Or, like,
Jacelyn?
Jacelyn.
Yeah, don't. She gets real finicky about that name. Don't screw that up.
It's the JAC, but
She-
not sorry, the E.
Yeah, she hasn't been around for a while. She's missed a bunch of her shifts. Why are you looking for her?
You know, just following up a lead. I can't say exactly until the investigation's over, but as soon as it's over, I'll let you know.
Oh yeah, I just assumed that her mom took a turn and she couldn't make it in, but it's sort of unlike her not to call.
You know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Perhaps if you give me her address, I could go over, make sure everything's okay. I get
Hey
my
man,
information.
you know, you saved me in that chess tournament that one time. I'm grateful, but you know, I'm not fixing to get fired by handing out my employee's address to.
That's not what you said when you put that earpiece in, and I told you rook to E4, buddy.
Yeah, but I mean, I could get in a lot of trouble here.
Nobody needs to know. Listen,
Ryland is like, I want to be a good person. And then,
listen, best case scenario here, your employee comes back, gets back to work, I get the information I need, you know, sales. Listen, I've seen those people out there. It's not the cream of the crop.
All right.
I waited 5 minutes before somebody came to help me, and I still couldn't find the wonton bombs. They said aisle 4. They weren't in fucking aisle 4.
I mean, what do you want, man? It's Soyamart. Like we hire whoever applies. But look, here's what I'm willing to do. If you can help me, I'll give you a hand. Like there's been some product missing lately, and it makes absolutely no sense. You said you work for a detective agency. Maybe you can help me out.
Did you check the security cams?
Yeah.
What's missing?
Like 10 cans of beans.
10 cans of beans?
Like 10 cases. Sorry, I misspoke. 10 cases of beans.
Is she using cans of beans to power her beanstalk magic? Do you have to sacrifice an equivalent amount of beans to summon the stock?
even with magic, apparently, there's...
Let me ask you a question. Did these cans go missing before she went missing?
I mean, right around the same time, I guess. You don't think that I mean, why would she steal beans?
Her mother's sick. Maybe she needed beans. I don't know.
Her mother's sick. She stole beans.
I don't think it's
maybe her
protein
last meal was
deficiency,
a
Atari.
bean
Like,
casserole. I feel like that's the obvious answer. You ask the person who goes missing right after the beans go missing.
all right, I'll give you her address, but I know it did not come from me. We don't even know each other.
Who you are.
Exactly.
If
The
you want,
bean
I can scrub
mystery.
me even being in here.
Yeah, he writes down an address in his phone and sends it to you.
Like a normal person. He just sends you a text.
Yep.
Thanks. Tell me how. Let PS know I'm miss him.
And I just leave.
Paul Simon Peter.
Yeah, we call him PS.
Yep.
Oh, is he a series of siblings after them?
Yeah.
There's Paul. It's the family line. There's Paul Simon the first, and then there's Paul Simon the second, third, fourth, fifth. Somewhere
All of
along the
Atari's
line,
friends are
there's
gonna be consoles.
There's also Paul Simon Peter, who did not get the full name. He has the 3 first name.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'll whistle for Fion, and I'll say,
Time to go. They're not here.
I don't know who you're whistling to, but Fion's in the self-checkout line, like, scanning half a bag of Cheesy Puffs, and, like, I got a 5-pack, and, like, a 5-pack of Mellow Yellow. That's...
Fucking mellow yellow.
I load up the car, and I get in. All right, we just waiting for
No, I talked to the manager. They're
Jason.
not here. Jason,
Oh.
yes. Don't call them Jacqueline. I was told she does
Jack
not
and
like that.
But I thought it was
That's what I thought too, but you know what? I guess they don't like the connotation.
the CE. It's Jack. Whatever. Jake. Jakelin.
Here's the address we need to go to. This is where they live. They haven't shown up for work in a long time. Also, I think their powers are powered by beans.
Would you mind ordering a pizza to that location? If I don't do so many a day, they start dinging my account.
I order the pizza. It's like a weird bean pizza that I order.
Yeah, it's a red bean paste pizza.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, I would
Red
too,
bean
actually.
dessert pizza.
Yeah.
No, it's kidney beans. It's not. You're right. Dessert pizza makes sense. The other thought was just like kidney beans on a pizza.
Yep.
Do you let Nicole and I know? I think we would probably message you when we're done with this.
Yeah, I'd send a text that stopped at her workplace. She's not there. Hasn't been there for X amount of time. Also, 10 cases of beans are missing.
Yeah, the mystery furthers with the missing beans.
Watch out for any Heinz cans you see.
Yep.
Fiona and I are on the way to her house now.
Yeah, we follow we deliver the pizza.
Mm-hmm. Are the other two diverting to that house since you know where it is, or no? You like meeting up there?
I think that makes sense to do.
Can you get there in 30 minutes or less?
Everywhere in the valley takes 20 minutes. Oh.
I think
that depends on bus routes.
So no, you cannot get there in 30 minutes or less.
Thinking.
So we get there first if you show up.
Bus routes or subway. It literally depends where in the city we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Thinking
hitch the
of
subway
something
up there.
else, but I think he changes it. He decides to come not split off from everyone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you make your way over to Jacelyn Moore's house, which is on the 4th story of a 10-story apartment building, in a poor area of the like blue collar residential district, the same basic part of the city where Giovanni lived in, but a little further away from there. Yeah, the elevator looks like it's been out of order for a long time. Like the sign, it has literal mold growing on it. It's been there so long. So you trudge your way up to the 4th floor, to apartment 44B.
I opened the door.
You just try to
I think
open the door.
would try to stop you if we are there by now. I think you guys would still get there.
We get there first, then we get up to the 4th floor. We look around. I open the door.
It's locked. It's an apartment door in a city.
Probably 10 minutes.
Yeah, I have the pizza in my hand that I'm supposed to deliver to this address.
Yes, you knock and you hear a very faint voice. Hang on, I'll get there in a minute. And you wait. and you wait. And you wait.
I knock again.
I'm coming.
Is there someone? Is there someone faster?
This pizza says 30 minutes or less. I'm at 29 right now.
Yeah, and the door opens and you see an older woman, very frail, wearing an oxygen mask with like an oxygen tank carting behind her. She's like obviously in like a house coat, like, you know, like looking like she was just in bed. She's very winded, and she opens the door and says, "Yes."
Do you live by yourself?
No, my daughter lives with me.
She ordered this pizza. Your daughter ordered this pizza. Coughing lady.
No,
Your daughter ordered a pizza.
she hasn't been around in a couple of days.
Would you mind if
She ordered me a pizza?
No, it's for her. We're explicit, like, I flashed my phone and put it back in my pocket. We're explicitly supposed to put it in her room.
That sounds... I don't trust you. Door begins to close.
I would like to roll to convince her to let us deliver this pizza to her daughter's room.
Okay. So convince.
Oh, I did not add my powers.
Now, it is worth noting that convincing is like holding someone at gunpoint or bribing an official. Like, are you threatening or, you know, like the result of this is like if you choose a relevant status to inflict upon them, should they not do what you want?
Oh, no.
You know what happens to people who get in the way of the pizza company.
The status they'll be inflicted is shoot, I don't know.
Zen, your camera. Oh, it's back. Okay.
Yeah,
Guilty?
your camera's back.
Let's go with guilty for
Yeah,
hey, you're impeding the
my
person here.
Discord just went nuts.
Yeah, guilty doesn't seem right. But impending lawsuit.
So what are you going to inflict on this sick old lady?
If she doesn't get it, she gets served with a lawsuit for impeding the delivery.
Financial threat.
Financial threat.
Yeah, I will slap her with the company policy impeding a delivery lawsuit.
Minimum of $5,000 kind of like.
Like I'm gonna
For
have
the lady on life support who's broke.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'll have the
serious business, ma'am.
Yes, the company insists that if
I don't think
you impede my delivery, I have to serve you with. I have to. You have to be served.
I need to get this grounded in some form of reality, and I really don't think that's a thing.
Is there something that is less threatening? Convince.
Oh, it's
yeah,
not
you
like
can. Yeah, you can use it to close a deal or flirt or, you know, whatever. It's just that the mechanic is there's a relevant status that gets inflicted if they don't go along. So we need to know what that status is.
If they don't go along, this old lady is going to be like tired after this. This argument will go roundabout for forever.
Oh, okay. I need to go back to bed.
Yep, I can see you just being obstinate about it and not going away.
Yeah. Pure exhaustion if she does not let me deliver this pizza to her daughter's bedroom.
Already.
Okay. Yeah. You can roll that. I'll give you that.
I'm gonna roll to exhaust an old lady to let me
we were
deliver a
polite
pizza.
and stayed out of each other's houses.
Yeah. I'm welcome everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I am a pizza delivery driver. What else do I have? What time is it? It doesn't matter. It's pizza.
Like
Probably around noon.
Oh, okay.
By now. Nah, I'd say 10-ish.
See, I really want to take the good fortune away from this old lady, but I feel like that might kill her.
Yeah.
I feel like that might kill her, so I'm not going to.
Her oxygen tank's gonna explode.
Her medical insurance would run out if you do that. That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Wait, you said you only had hurt points with Atari. Can you hurt Atari by taking his good fortune away and use that for
don't
giving
think
you
that
good
helps
fortune.
Well, I have hurt
It's just
points with Fiat.
I have hurt points on you too. We are not. We are the worst duo. We could not help each other at all. Hmm.
You can burn something if you want. If you
Yeah, I'm gonna burn the. I'm gonna burn the oddball power tag.
burning the team one just gets you an extra plus.
Yeah, burning the team one
Yeah.
is a +1.
But
That's
it
what I'm
still
looking
works.
for.
Okay.
I'm looking for a +1.
So I will burn
Yeah,
it on
this is
my
definitely an
shield.
oddball maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not really motivated to argue with an old lady, so I have a weakness too.
Begrudgingly tiring out an old lady until she
Yes.
gives.
You will get tired first.
Lady, it's just my job. Please let me in. Hey.
Okay. So with a 9 on
that
convinced, did
didn't
they give it?
include
That did not count the
the
oddballs.
+1 from
Well, it-
burning oddballs, so
You
it's actually an
did-
additional +1.
I got a 10, not a 9.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't count the weakness either.
What?
On mine it did because it's
It did
+2.
count
I've got
weakness.
2d. I've got 2d6 +1 as what
Yep.
it actually rolled.
And
It's
it
supposed
shows
to be
it's-
two.
Yeah,
Yes.
+1 -1 +1. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it
supposed
did
to be
count.
2d6 plus 2. Because I burned oddballs from the Golden Goose mystery one,
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
The
Okay.
sheet just doesn't.
which for some reason did not show up. So sorry, but I mark attention on my pizza delivery driver routine. Hopefully that'll offset me not installing the calzoninator.
Calzoninator. You want it? You want it now? Come on, eat me! Come on!
Yeah, it's a Terminator themed calzone promotion.
So on a 10, yeah, they changed their agenda to include yours, at least for the time being. So yeah, 15 minutes later, she's like, "All right, fine. I don't care anymore. I need to sit down." And like, she takes a long haul off of the oxygen mask and just goes and flops on a chair. Obviously defeated.
Yeah, and then me and Atari walk over and we try a couple doors, and then we find the right room, and then we walk in and we close the door behind us.
Is there a computer?
No.
No, she has no computer.
Yep. And then I want to investigate
They
this
truly
room.
must be destitute if they do not
Now,
have a computer.
yeah, walking through the apartment to the bedroom, to Jacelyn's bedroom, you notice that like there is nothing in this apartment that doesn't directly support the old lady. Yeah, everything else seems to either not exist or maybe even been sold off. So yeah, you walk into Jacelyn's room. It's very standard. It's a bed. There's a sort of a armoire. There's no like closet, but there's a piece of furniture to put clothing in, and a desk.
I put the pizza on the desk, and then I sit down at the desk and open the pizza like a laptop, grab a slice, and start going through the drawers.
Okay.
I'll toss the closet.
Worst people. All right.
Listen, at this point, she's a complicit in a murder.
Yeah, there's a dead body.
It's fair.
Oh,
Says the man who murdered 4 people in
question.
an alley.
I forgot to ask: is my swollen eye gone yet?
Yeah.
Enough
To
time
the
elapsed.
point that it's not gonna affect anything.
That's what I was checking. My Pizzarachi jacket is also been ruined. That mustard stain did not come out, and we have left it behind.
No, you've made it worse. It's now just a big yellow smear.
Yeah, it was like a couple little dots, and now it's like all of it.
I have no cleaning magic.
But yeah, going through the drawers and everything. About this time, Brylan and Nicole, you manage to get up to the door's still slightly open. There's a
Close
woman.
it. That would be weird.
Yeah, there's a woman like sitting in a chair, breathing on an oxygen mask. Looks up at you. Who are you?
I'm sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a to deliver.
This
A
is the
very long
strangest
time.
day. He's
Okay.
him and his friend are in Jacelyn's room. They
Thank
wouldn't
you.
they wouldn't shut up until I let them in.
I can get rid of. Thank you. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very tired.
Okay, I can let you sleep.
I don't think I'll be sleeping with them in the back.
Okay, I'll let
They're
you know.
very rude.
Okay, my name is Island. See what I can do back to sleep as soon as possible.
Oh, you're a very nice boy. Could you hand me those pills?
Course,
And there's like, the Saturday to Sunday like pill thing. And
it's
there's
times of the day. It's a time of the day pill thing,
Oh, yeah.
not a Saturday Sunday dispenser.
Well, I was gonna say there's
It's
4
the
of them.
morning, evening. Yeah.
Okay, that works.
And yeah, you bring those over, and she takes a couple of pills and relaxes a little bit as you wander back. Yeah, as you come into the room, let's see. In the desk, Fionn, there are several cans of beans.
I
I
pocket
knew
a
it.
couple. Pocket a couple cans.
You walk in.
And
I need pictures of that for my friend. I need to prove that she's the can thief.
Yeah, we open the drawer and like cell phone snap photos of like beans in the drawer.
And in amongst the clothes, Atari, you do find it's a digital media reader with no SIM card. Like there's no card in it, no data card.
Okay, I'll take that.
Island quietly says, "Thought we were supposed to meet outside. Woman there, she's exhausted. You guys couldn't have waited 10 minutes?"
Beyond went in.
We had to deliver the pizza. Beans.
Ryland stares at you for a good while. He says, "Who did?" He looks at Atari.
Beanza.
Like, it was him. He looks for confirmation.
Beanza.
You knocked on the door.
That's what you do with a pizza. You knock at the door, they let you in, you drop off the pizza. Sometimes you get a slice.
We were just keeping our cover.
Never mind. Ryland knows there's no arguing. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yep, we've all learned that lesson.
Yeah, she did it too, by the way. She stole all the beans.
What?
The bean mystery, we
Did
solved
you not
it.
read my text?
I look at the text and then I realize there's a second paragraph about the beans, so that I scroll down more. Oh.
The mystery of the beans, another one for the win column.
This is like 5 cans. You said cases here. Is that right?
Yeah,
Where are
I
the
think
rest?
beans power her. It's a
Like
magical
batteries.
fruit.
She's like
go
the
to
Energizer Buddy, but with like cans
I check the
of
trash
beans.
in her bedroom if there's a trash can there, or the kitchen if there isn't. See if it's just
Just
Yeah,
like
so you
filled
go
with
checking the
cans.
trash. Yeah. No, it's not filled with cans. There are just some cans of beans here.
she obviously has a bigger stash somewhere.
Uh-huh. Let's just find out where this woman is.
I'm
don't
staying
want to
says
worry
she
her
has the
grandmother or her mother.
I yell from the room, Grandma,
No.
have you been having a lot of beans lately?
Shh. She is at least trying to sleep. Let's just figure this out without.
If there is any objection, I would probably be out there, because I'm keeping her company. Besides, we're not going to fit, 4 people into a small bedroom.
So all I found was a camera with no SD card.
It's a digital media reader. It's not like a
Kindle.
Nook.
Yeah, it's a Kindle with no SD card.
So if I turn it on, it's just like, welcome to Kindle, right?
If you turn it on,
Yeah.
it says no memory. Like there's no.
Yeah, there's no the storage card is not in it. So yeah,
So you're saying there's nothing I can hack onto it?
correct.
Well, you can hack whatever you want. You should put a new brain in it.
What else is in the room? There's like a.
There's a mattress. Can we flip it?
Mhm.
Is there stuff under the
Yeah,
mattress?
I helped. I
There's
help as well. I wanna
Some
try and-
shoes are under the bed.
Is there a gun?
Assorted trash. No,
Of course, we
there's no
check the
gun.
trash. Like, if she doesn't have a
Hmm.
computer, she might use Post-it notes.
Yeah. Is there posters? Are there like K-pop star posters on the walls or anything?
Yeah, there actually is one. For the Nova Girls. It's a hollow band. Basically it's a band that doesn't really exist. Have you guys have ever seen KDA?
No,
Something
but
like
I know what
that.
you mean.
I know what you're-
Isn't there a Japanese pop star that is the hologram?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sort of like that, but it's
Okay.
it's a
Gorillaz.
K-pop
No,
band.
Gorillaz is a hollow band. I don't know why we're
Yeah.
overthinking this.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
did not know that.
So
Like they don't exist in real life. They're just they assemble it all
this
assorted
one's on
across
the
the
ether,
internet,
right?
and there's like the characters.
and
That is very cool, and I'm going to relook them up.
this one's the ether only, right?
What's that?
The poster, the band poster, is like. Is it a fake band, or is it a band that you can only really
It's-
played over the internet?
Oh no, they actually do tours, but like the people that are in the band are holograms.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the Japanese pop star that exists now that's a hologram does that too. There's like big screens everywhere when you go see a live concert.
I was
You're
wondering
in
about
an
that.
amphitheater and there's a giant screen.
I was wondering with that, or if it was something to do with AR only. Because if that's the case, then she does have a computer, just not a one in. She would have.
She probably
Sure.
does. Honestly, that
headset.
would make sense.
Has the
Can I
sound of the
national?
flipping
Yeah. Can I
mattress.
national treasure check the back of the map, back of the poster to see if there's like a treasure map on it or something?
There's invisible
Yeah,
ink.
it's you take down the poster. There's a wall behind it, and it's just a poster.
She didn't like write her secrets on the back of the poster.
No.
Okay.
Nope. Okay.
I think I'm
It was
gonna.
worth a shot.
If there's anything to investigate, I think I think. Do we need already to have found evidence to investigate it, or can we like turn the place over? Post-it notes, written down addresses, phone number, anything.
Well, what I'm trying to do is give you everything, and then you can investigate with questions of it.
Okay.
So that way you don't have to that way you don't risk a roll not getting what you need, right? Like I'll give you the clues themselves, and you can investigate the clues when you get them.
So,
You must have a computer if she has a GoFundMe.
well, she has the Kindle,
The smartphone.
but it doesn't have a thing.
She has a
So-
smartphone. Smartphone.
All that
can
stuff
set
would
up
be
a
able to be done from a mobile. Yeah.
You can set up a GoFundMe on your phone. Like,
Okay.
Is there anything I can do with that Kindle, or is it literally
you
just
could
like
steal it.
bricked?
It is indicative of a piece of technology that no longer has information in it.
Okay.
It's a Game Boy without a cartridge.
Yeah.
You can still use it. You just need a new cartridge.
So yeah, as you're going through the place, like turning it over and everything, you hear another voice. Hey, Mom, I'm home. And then they notice Nicole and like Atari walking down the hallway, and she just yells, "Oh shit!" and she bolts out the door.
Oh,
Her
because
with small legs.
I grab the pizza and I run after her.
Yeah, I
With
think
the
we
pizza.
I grab the pizza and I run after her.
Even though you know it was an order I placed for them, you have to deliver it to them.
I just want the rest of
Duty
the pizza.
bound.
I do heave out. Yeah, I grab the pizza. I run after her.
Oh, wonderful.
Fion is a paladin confirmed.
Yeah. The unwilling paladin of pizza.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Ryland's running after her too. I think he yells like, "Stop! We just want to talk to you."
You owe me $5.95.
Also, there's a pizza. It's complicated. If you're hungry,
You're under
stop.
arrest for bean-related crimes.
No, what?
We
That's
have
a joke. I don't
proof.
actually say that.
Okay. Who do we want to make the roll? Who is the most?
Catcher?
To catch her.
I'm good
Do
at
I-
hacking and killing, so probably not me.
I
Oh.
think that might either be me or Fion.
That might be me.
Uh,
I think it's on me to chase her down. It'll be a lot easier if I can get to my freaking car, though.
I have one that's strong, and then 2 or 3 that are iffy. So I might be pretty. But I want to run it by.
I have
Yeah.
no points with both of you two, so I can help in some way.
I got 3 points to chase her down if I can get to my car.
Would having a nice suit matter? It's also well tailored and it's nice fitting.
You're
I
pulling
would
on
actually
athletic.
invoke that as a weakness here.
Yeah,
Sorry?
athletic fabric is not enough of a bonus.
Okay.
I got 3 points to chase her if I
Like
can.
it's not often you get to do that with a power tag, but that would be a weakness here, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I say let Fion
I
do
think
it.
I'm gonna
He is the
put on,
pizza
but-
or they are the pizza paladin in this position.
Fion, I'm spending a help
Yeah.
point.
But he's just going to catch up to her and demand money. He's not going to get any information.
But he will stop her from
Yeah, but
until
it'll
the rest of us can
stop
catch up to
her.
her.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm going to run down to the parking lot and I'm going to drive after this person on foot.
Okay, well, as she bolts, she like bolts up the stairs, not
She's
down.
going up?
Yep.
Oh, God. Friggin'. Yeah.
Can't use your car.
So is this go toe-to-toe? I think this is go toe-to-toe.
Sounds like it.
The toes is the chase. All right. I am a pizza delivery driver and I am delivering a pizza.
He technically is delivering.
You have 1 power from my help. I'm spending my help points.
That's fucking hilarious. All right.
Yeah.
We could burn chaos as our thing because that seems like it's what's happening now.
Chaos.
Yeah, this sounds about right.
I'm gonna show up at the right place at the right time.
Oh, so she thinks
No.
she's gotten away from you and you've just taken the elevator?
Yeah, something like that. That's 2 points. I thought she was gonna run out of the building. I forgot that she has beanstalk powers for some reason.
Zen, you were going to say something?
What else do I have?
Just so we're aware, this is a there is a status track here for catching her.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't use any of my. I haven't been able to use anything off my pizza car card. I have like.
Well, I think
That's 3 of my powers I've just been unable to use because we haven't been doing car stuff.
well,
You might not own a
it's
car.
a tag that you have. You don't necessarily need your car for it, right?
If there's a...
It
If you
depends
can
on what the power
justify
tag is.
using it.
Under,
Yeah.
It's under my computer hacker thing,
Hmm,
but I've been able to use it for other stuff.
yeah.
Now let me take a look at your pizza car thing.
My pizza car tags are pizza car, company insurance, and compact and nimble.
Compact and nimble, maybe, if you're not only applying it to the car, but also to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's harder. Like, I've got a power tag that says innocuous appearance, but I'm pretty sure that does not apply to me. So,
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, and if we need to revisit how the tags are set up because you're finding they're just not useful and it was a mistake in character creation that we all made, we can do that.
Yeah, I get that, but I think this is also just the like rigor and Shadowrun problem that until you do the car mission, the card's useless. But when you have it, when you're doing
Right.
a car thing, you really need the car points.
Right.
It's not super late, so I can't use my after hours tag. We gotta start doing stuff at like 5 in the
At
morning. I only got 2. I'm not trying to get in anywhere, so I'm not welcome anywhere. We're not on the street, so I don't know it. This is going with the flow. She shows up and runs, I run. I don't try to further investigate. We go with it. We just follow the next logical step. I got 3 points.
There you go.
Did you burn chaos?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna use chaos. I was gonna save points. I already used 1, and we only have 3. So I'm gonna go toe to toe with power of 3.
That's 12. Great
Rolled
success.
big numbers. Great success.
Yes.
Nice.
So on a 10 plus, choose 2.
Ooh, I would suggest the bottom 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless your goal is to deliver the pizza, and then you get your
managed
own...
to achieve your goal.
Yeah.
Well,
she like
the
tosses some
actual
change
goal
back at you, and she says, "There."
The actual goal is to delay her, to bar her escape.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is to get her before she gets away, to bar her escape. Maybe not inflict a status, but that's the goal.
I think the status is like...
Yeah, I'm going to
that.
achieve my goal, and I'm going to block her attempts to throw me off a building too.
Well, I think the status is catching her. I thought that was status.
Yeah, there's a status track to catch her. Yes.
So I think that.
Okay, I'll do the bottom. You're right. I'll do the bottom 2 then. If the status track is to catch her.
Okay.
Then yes.
So we've got a catch track
with 3 points on it,
and you're currently at 3. Okay. So yeah, you run after her. Surprisingly, Fion's pretty fast for someone that seems as leisurely as Fion does.
His potential. That's what I always said.
Yeah,
but yeah, you managed to close the gap just as you get out onto the roof. She like slams the door behind her, and you come bursting through it. And she starts running to the edge of the roof. You almost got her. You like managed to like grab her the hood of her hoodie, and she like slips away, throws a bean down onto the roof.
Canned bean.
and the beanstalk like creates a bridge that goes over to the next building, and she like deftly runs across it.
I want to try to hinder her. How do I hinder her?
I think one of us can act because we're with you, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If someone else wants to jump in here,
I could werewolf chase her.
I'm not sure. Just try to talk her into coming back. That seems like it would be a whole different status, though.
Status track, yeah.
No, but don't the status tracks like supersede? So if you can get one, that you can make it up.
Trying to do.
Yeah, it would depend, because like if you like tried to hurt or subdue her, that would be a completely separate track from the catch track.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I would want to use my werewolf powers to get up to catch her, right? Like not hurt her, but just like like running on 4 legs is better than 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I will use werewolf.
Yes, you're gonna, as I'm slightly delaying by grabbing the hoodie, you follow up and sprint ahead.
Would more beast than man help? Because
is your voice mod on intentionally?
That's the 4 legs good, 2 legs bag power. So
yep,
it's helping you stay on that bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, was my voice mod closed?
No, it's on. It's on, but you're not talking in character, so I assumed it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
For some reason, the application closed too, but it's like open in the background. Okay, so werewolf, more beast than man, because 4 legs better than 2. Quick and effective.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You're being quick.
God, I'm one attention away from my relic. I'm not going to invoke a weakness because I don't want to murder her.
Yeah, don't invoke bloodthirsty here. Please
I
don't.
mean, I also have tranquility as a weakness tag, as in like if I'm not filled with rage, then it's hard to be a werewolf. I don't think she's done anything to make me pissed off,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, not yet. Yeah.
So I'm just not mad enough to be that good, I guess.
Mhm.
If I could invoke that weakness. Unless you want to invoke anger issues.
No, I mean, yeah. If you want to,
I
it
mean,
would
she did
depend.
show up and immediately run, so she's making you follow after her. Which
Yeah.
is annoying. Aw.
How opposed to physical exercise is Atari?
In his normal form, he hates it. In his werewolf form, he's much stronger. I don't think I'll invoke anything. It doesn't really make sense.
Okay.
And this is go toe to toe.
Yep.
Alrighty. 12.
Nice.
I do the last two.
You do the last two. Okay.
So
So
then,
get them good and block, dodge, or counter their best attempts. Because I don't want her knocking me off this beanstalk.
Yeah, you manage to get over the beanstalk bridge just as she hits it, and it disappears. And yeah, she looks at you. What do you look like right now? Are you like wolfed out?
Yeah, I think he looks more like big wolf than werewolf because I wanted like
4 legs wolf.
4 legs wolf, so he just looks like a big wolf next to her.
Yeah, she sees this huge fucking wolf like bearing down on her.
Cyber
You can, you see her like reach into her jacket and pull something out, and she just keeps sprinting away. There's a glinting off of the piece of metal in her hand as she like starts running.
got a gun.
now we're all a rooftop away, which is
I think Ryland is going to try and catch up. He has Citywise, so he probably went downstairs instead of up.
Mm-hmm.
She probably went to another room. And because now she's holding a gun, he can track her with metal sense a bit better as well.
Oh, did we not get her? Is power 4
No.
not enough to take out her running away track?
I don't think so.
God damn.
It's also not.
Remember,
Alright.
3 and 3 stack up to 3.5.
5.
Oh, you're right,
You
they
know.
do.
I thought 3 and
forgot.
2 did. I thought 3 and 3 made 4. My
Yeah,
3 and 3 make 4. Am I bad on my math on this one?
I
I
think
don't
3 and 3
remember.
make 4.
I gotta recheck that one.
That's what I thought
Yeah,
it was. I
let's
might be
check.
wrong.
I think if it's the lower one, it adds a small one.
That's
Same
right. Yeah,
goes
you are correct. It
down.
does go up to 4.
And she's still not caught?
4 is
Nope.
not enough?
Okay. Then yeah. Ryland.
Mhm.
Metal sense. It's the day, so I don't think dark vision. Not worth it. If citywide.
You got Citywise and Metal Sense.
I got 2 power. I just
You could do
burn.
right tool for the right job.
What's the tool you would have? Are you
Is-
suggesting Ryland's the tool?
Metal powers.
Yeah.
Yes,
In
we're
this case,
suggesting
that one
Ryland's
wasn't
the tool
bad.
with that one.
But I wouldn't necessarily.
I would say that in that case, Tool was referring to us, so.
Here, I could look at what
I
the
could also
question
burn
is
chaos
answering.
because I think this is still what I would call chaos.
Oh, yeah.
And now,
Yeah.
if I have one more power, if someone helps me,
You
I
could,
can give you help.
I
can
can
you
also.
just get an auto succeed by burning one of your normal ticks?
that wouldn't be enough power to upgrade.
That'd be a
it from
power
4
of
to
3.
5. That'd be a power of 3.
Yeah.
So it'd only go
I
up to
could,
one
I want
tick.
a
I
power
have
of 4.
I have 2 help points with you, so I can spend one because I'm right behind her.
Okay, yeah. So you're sort of distracting her.
Or like I'm driving her to the roofs, maybe, like, and then you corner her.
Okay, and burning cave. Get this.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
Yeah.
14.
Same thing. Bottom
Wait,
2
that
choices.
didn't check all the boxes.
It didn't.
What do you mean?
Right.
It's
It's
not
not
if you
showing
burn
them,
something,
but it
noting
did
the
check
help.
them.
Burning something doesn't add it. So I just added it to the passive
Oh,
power
that's why.
modifier
Oh,
at the
okay.
top right of the sheet.
Okay,
For
cool.
both the help
And you burned chaos, right?
and burned chaos.
Okay. I
So
just wanted to make
oddballs
sure
and
it
chaos
did
are
it in
burnt.
my head.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that is enough. That'll bring us up to 5.
Whew.
So yeah, how do you head her off at the pass?
I think Ryland can see the gun as she's like sort of. He mostly can see through the wall the floating gun as it's close. So what he does is, as she turns the corner, running away from the wolf, he goes straight for the gun to try and get it away from her. I don't think he's like he. I don't think he's able to, because that says I don't take something. I did not choose that. So I think by the time she pushes him away, Ryland is on one side and the wolf is on, basically, and she's like in a hole with us just blocking both exits.
Yeah, and she's like waving the gun back and forth between the two of you, and then she finally settles on the guy in the nice suit.
Yeah.
She's like, "You corporate bitch, you're not gonna get anything from me."
My name is Ryland. I'm not. I work for myself.
That's supposed to make me feel better?
All me and my partners came here to find you and ask you some questions. That's it. Look, and he like opens up his suit, and so he's like, he has no weapons, no anything. I can talk like this if that makes you more comfortable. I'm not.
Yeah, she like motions to Atari. You stand over there or I shoot him.
I tried to do it.
I tried to do a growl and it didn't go through, but he'll walk over there and sit.
Yeah.
Still as a dog.
Yeah. And from the other roof, because Theon did not make it across the Beanstalk Bridge before it poofed
Yeah.
away.
I think
Yeah.
Theon and Nicole are
We're sure
getting
standing
there
on the
without
roof,
any-
and we're just like, "Hey, did you guys get her?"
I check for permission first, and then say, "Stay there. We're talking."
Before
a
you said that,
gunshot,
I'm
call
heading down to
911.
head up the other building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you're currently at gunpoint.
Yeah.
But you
Ryland-
have her.
Ryland says, I represent Golden Goose Detective Agency. Is like very slowly reaches in, very carefully, with her seeing everything, pulls out a business card, tosses it to her,
She like, grabs it with her empty hand and takes a look at it.
says, "We were asked to find out what exactly happened to Giovanni Hugate." And
I don't
well,
know anything about Giovanni.
he fell out of second floor. I like named it.
2 nights ago, 3 nights ago.
And we don't know what happened, but I think you might.
Yeah, you can see the gun start like shaking in her hand a bit.
Yeah. Says, or continue.
Yeah, and you can see a tear starting to well up in her eye, and she's like, man, it's just so fucked up.
Yeah.
Shit
I
got
agree.
real fucked up that night.
How?
And she like just slumps down.
I think Riley, like,
Stop.
if he can, just sits down next to her against the wall.
Yeah, she's not pointing the gun at you anymore. You can see that she's just a bunch of emotions and stress are just coming out of her at this point. She's like, all I wanted to do was find some extra cash.
At this point, Atari will unwerewolf and just sort of lean against the wall.
Are you trying to, like, not exist, or how do you mean? Or just like
Not like, just like be like, hey, I'm here. I'm no longer a dog
Yeah.
going to eat you.
Yeah,
maybe.
next time we cut back to Atari, he's not a wolf man anymore. He's just a man.
Yeah.
Ryland says, and someone offered that to you, didn't they?
It's just supposed to be a quick job, in and out. And what the fuck is he? She like finally notices that the dog is gone.
Yeah. Do I know why you're a werewolf? Do I know why you're a werewolf? Like, do we know it's your jacket?
I would assume.
Okay.
Like, it's just like I used to wear that shitty esports sweatshirt all the time, and then one day I just started coming in this sick black like wolf coat.
That's true. You were just, I think when your powers manifested, you said that your own perception changed to like, oh, I've always had this.
Yeah.
I thought. Okay.
Yeah, that's like, to him, he's always had it. But to other people, it might have been like, oh, he got a new coat, right?
Okay, so then I just say he has a nice jacket. But, yeah, no, that sucks.
So
Shot at
right.
you, right?
She says, like rubbing her face. She's like, what? What do you want to know?
And I think I'll just do an investigate roll, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we can fade to black on that and take a break, and then
Yeah.
come back
We'll
to
do the roll.
Take break, do the
after the break.
investigate roll. We need to find out what the hell's up with all the beans.
Yes,
That's just her
clearly.
power, man. I think she used all those beans.
The more
Yeah.
important mystery.
I don't understand. Why is it wet beans? Why is it cans of beans and not just like dry beans?
Because
They might not have dry beans at the Soy Mart.
the city that you live in, like having organic, real, uncanned food is pretty damn pricey.
But dry beans are cheaper than canned beans.
But those are real beans and not like
in the cyberpunk
synthetically
future,
grown.
Yeah.
You know,
artificial
beans that like the beans that they make to put in those cans would never dry. Like
yeah, they are bean products more than beans.
Yeah.
They're not in our day. They wouldn't be legally allowed to be called beans.
They're Heinz bean pellets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, we'll be back in a few minutes with the result of this.
More investigating.
Yep. And we're back. Part 2, Floor 3, Neon Courts.
Still episode. It was just an analogy for they changed the word for one to something else.
Okay, episode 3.
Yeah, so we open up back in the office. You're there with Jacelyn, who has stormed.
So, yeah, I think we talk for a bit. I'm going to investigate what really happened there with eggs. Run them by you. Honest convictions. To actually, be a good person. Eyes wide open. Not a fool. Good intentions. Mediator as well, considering previous stuff that happened.
Mhm. Yeah, you can
and
load that up.
then city-wise as well, because that could also include some of the stuff in terms of how this might have gone down.
I'm gonna
not sure
hurt
about
this
that one.
interaction by badgering her for pizza money.
Are you here yet? Is the question.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna-
Yeah, you're all back.
Together.
We're
You're
back
all
at the
back at the
office.
office.
This is
What?
back
No,
at
I
the
said I'm
Yeah.
talking with her right here. I'm not
I
bringing her
will
back to the
talking with
office.
her-
counteract his
okay.
hurt with
Yeah,
a
I'm not
help.
bringing her to the office. She has been away from her mom for like 2 days. So we could talk in her house, but her mom might.
Okay, yeah,
bring
you're
over
back
her
at the
mom.
apartment then, not her
Yeah.
apartment.
Okay.
Okay. If we're not at the office, I'm not gonna bother about the pizza thing.
Okay.
But if we're at the office, that's the right time.
Okay. City-wise, is that relevant, do you think?
I'd argue that that only applies to knowing your way around the city more so than knowing the underbelly of the city there, as the intent of the tag originally.
The intent of
Yeah,
the tag was
I-
actually to know the people, not the like actual physical stuff. It's a sort of a mixture, but the intent was the original idea was district wise. It was like, yeah, I know the people, I know the district area.
Mhm.
In which case,
Yeah, you know the goings on. I mean, it's right on the edge there.
Okay, I won't do that.
I think I'd say no, actually.
And then I think I'm gonna invoke my weakness, trouble seeing. I think she's probably gonna ask me for something. Won't say no. That's it. So that brings my power to an. Unless I'm being helped. But...
uh,
I don't-
3 is
oh,
pretty
wait,
good
you're not
for.
being hurt.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I always have to remember it's powered by the apocalypse. 3 is good.
3 is good, yeah. Yeah, that's
Ooh,
13.
That's good.
Jeez.
Yeah, you guys don't roll poorly at all.
Apparently not.
Now you've jinxed it.
Well, we do have a literal luck tool.
Yeah,
That helps. Okay, I'm
A
gonna roll
leprechaun.
beyond the luck
attention.
dragon. So yeah, so this is. I'm gonna call it interrogation, even though you're doing it nicely.
That's
Yeah.
And the source is going to be Jacelyn.
So my first question is, it will be difficult, moment to moment. What happened in that apartment on that night? I have a theory, but yeah.
So she explains that, you know, my mom's been sick, and to be perfectly honest, we're running out of resources. Like I can't keep buying her medicine. I work at a damn grocery store. I can't afford what she needs. And then back about 6 months ago, I guess, I started being able to, I have kind of a green thumb. And, I mean, people that live that high up, they don't lock their windows. It was pretty easy to get in and out, grabbing a couple of things here and there. But that night, that guy was home. That guy got real mad. That guy had a gun. And as I was running away, he started chasing me. And I didn't think. I just, I just made it go away as he was climbing down. And he fell. And then I got real scared. But then I had to check on my mom. You guys were there. And I thought you'd come to get what I took. And this is just a mess.
She took something. I mean, interrupt, but she took something. That could be a thing we could drag out of her here. Is what did she take? Because we didn't realize she took anything up until that sentence.
What did she take? That would be why the wife hired us.
Also, she's lying because we see after the body fall, she hits the beanstalk. Unless she conjured another one.
Unless it was a does that
no,
line up with...
the beanstalk went away. Like it disappeared and he fell.
Oh,
like the shadow disappeared.
And then it disappeared.
No, the shadow disappeared and he fell.
Okay, so she's
it lines up with what she said.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on a 13, you're getting straight answers here.
Yeah. Okay. I think
that was 1, so now we're at 2.
Rylan says, in the heat of the moment, we make some bad decisions.
Yeah. That guy's dead.
Is I don't want to ask this now, but I have to. You said that you took something. I think that, grieving or not, whatever that something is, his wife wants it back.
I got rid of it.
I'll spend a question. Spend one status. Ask, who'd you sell it to?
She tells you that she sold it. It was a data chip. That was in some electronics that she nicked. It was a digital media reader. And he's like, she says it had all kinds of accounts and some weird, it's like a list of chemicals.
Yeah.
I know a guy that deals in, well, information, I guess. He'll buy anything. Sold it to him so I could get some extra scratch.
Okay. And I think I don't actually know what we want this question to be. This is if we can save it for later, but is there anything we want to ask right
now? So we have what she stole. She stole the data reader and the chip with the drug formulas and accounts on it.
Yeah, and we know like where she sold it to.
We know who she sold it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, a guy called Kit Grayson.
We know he...
Kick or Kit?
I got it. Kit.
Okay.
Kit Grayson.
Man.
Yeah, and we know that she didn't intentionally murder him. It wasn't an assassination. It was a breaking and entering trying to rob an empty apartment.
Do we know if she specifically targeted this? Like, did someone tell her, like, hey, rob this place?
Did she get a hot tip or something?
Or is it just, like, wrong place, wrong time?
I think that's a good question to ask.
Why him?
From the first question that you asked, like, what happened that night, you can pretty much gather that, like, she was just going for... She knows that people that live in higher floors have more money.
Okay.
So she goes for like balcony apartments.
So it really was
Just
just,
wrong
a
place,
random.
wrong time.
Yeah, wrong.
Do we want to know how to find Kit Grayson?
I think that's part of.
Yeah, you can.
Then again, I mean, technically we're finished this job. We found out for the life. We could wash our hands of it, though that sounds like a horrible idea.
That's not really how the mystery works, though. I have
The
more
mystery is
questions to answer.
we always get deeper in than we should. We always should say, and we're done, and wash your hands, and never do.
Yeah, we're not good PIs. There's a reason we're not hired by normal cases, and we're not good at our job. A good PI does exactly what you pay them for and nothing else. Because that's the most efficient use of your time. You get exactly what the client asks for, no more, no less, on time. That's how you get good repeat clients. That's how you make money as a PI. We're not doing that. We're going to follow the case until it's resolved.
Be that at the end of a gun or at the end of the case.
Yeah.
I have a question, but it isn't about the crime. It's about Jacelyn specifically.
You can find that out from an interrogation. You can find her secret bean casserole recipe.
How much are the medical bills? My question, number is useless here. My question is, can I afford to hire her?
Hire her. Yes! We want to recruit people!
I mean, the beanstalk trick is really useful.
It would be very useful.
Beanstalk trick is useful. I mean, if you could pay her more than she's making at a cashier at a Soya Mart.
That is true. I can.
You know,
I don't like it.
Can you? You're hiring temps. By the
Do you
week.
pay us?
I assume I do pay you.
And two of us still live in what is close to the slums.
Okay.
I think
this is not. She keeps the shopper mart job, but then instead of doing crimes on the side, she does our stuff on the side. Shopper mart's like her pizza delivery.
You could hire her as a consultant. Yeah.
We could sign her up as a contractor for like when we need to get to a high window.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be steady income because we don't have steady income.
The director of vertical management solutions.
So I think my last question is after this whole thing, is she pretty much like, does she want to stop being in doing crime and stuff like that? Like,
I mean, yeah, like,
is the matter
has
of
she
her
learned her
stress
lesson?
selfish?
Yeah.
Or is it selfish, like, oh, I'm screwed? Or is it actual regret for having hurt someone and now wants to get a kind of,
I mean, there is that, but there's always the thing of I know how to do a thing that will solve this problem and potentially save my mother's life.
Yep.
So it's a tricky question.
The good bad eyes are not going to help you much here.
Oh, I know that. I'm not asking with that. I didn't.
But given a healthy alternative, yes, she would stop completely.
Okay. So I think, that'll be the last question then, just to verify that for sure, that if we hire her as a consultant, she'll stop.
Yeah, I mean, what's your health insurance look like over there, Golden Goose?
Honestly, well, I have a corporate background. I don't think it's good, but that is something he wants to eventually get because he has a corporate background. Like, assuming that's a good.
Unlike how you've been recently acting, getting in on the ground floor.
On the third floor.
At near the end of this questioning, Nicole is getting a little bit, in some ways, annoyed at you. Like, if you don't mind, she'd like to take your sleeve and pull you aside and say, I don't know what you're doing talking about hiring her, but she's admitted to killing our client, or our client's husband anyway. Something needs to be done about that. Are we just going to do nothing? She's hired.
Nicole.
We've been hired to figure out what happened. We figured out what happened.
If you didn't have the abilities that, and someone told you that a magical appearing and disappearing stock husband, how would you feel?
Oh, drat it.
This isn't.
The reason I'm saying oh drat it is my mystery is specifically how do I share the truth of the things that are going on in this world.
Oh, that's great.
I think we should just see where that data chip takes us. You know, this lady that hired us, she doesn't really care. Seems she just kind of wants that. That's really what she wants, isn't it?
Is this
Her
a
husband's
conversation
dead,
we're all having?
Fion. If it is, yeah, we might just like
I
step
don't
outside
mind
in the hallway.
making that be the case.
Yeah.
Say, Fion, her.
I will call you if I can't get across the roof. It's fine. I have a cell phone.
Excuse me. We're all just gonna sit here right in front of you in group text.
Yeah, but it seems that she really wants that chip more than she really wants who killed her husband. I mean, she plastered over the bullet holes so the police would rule it a suicide and not like a scuffle.
But at what point do we let this girl get away with murder?
We don't care about that. It's not murder. Did you kill him? Or if she's there, I'll point to her and ask, did you kill him? On purpose.
I'm not having this conversation with her there.
All right. Well, she didn't go in to kill him. It just kind of happened that way.
Legally.
That's real sad and all. But the client really wants that chip. And I think if we really want to do our job the right way, we get what the client wants, not what they ask for.
This sounds like an accident. More than
you and I both know that when someone approaches you with a gun, it's hard to not act, perhaps in a rash manner.
And like Ryland is, while Atari's looking at Nicole, Ryland is looking at Atari like he knows more. Like he thinks he knows what happened, and he's still processing that one.
And you look back, and Fion's doing finger guns in the air. If you
if you were in her situation, would you not have acted the same way?
If we legally, there's no way for her to be found guilty, and even being in jail in the meantime will kill her mother.
We should just find that chip. We could make a lot more money off of that chip.
I don't care
really
about the
all
money.
that the wife cares about, I think.
Yeah.
You've got some good points, and I can see that I am alone in this, so I guess. But
I mean, what's the good? She feels bad about it. Like, what more punishment do you want? You want her to be electrocuted? Like, I don't know what's the end goal. She feels bad enough. She was devastated over that.
You said that we weren't going to be able to prove it because she had a magic beanstalk. More and more of our cases are going to involve magic beanstalks or what have you. We all have some sort of power. If we can't get the world in some way to recognize this, a lot of bad people are going to go free. So we need to find an answer here.
Are you a cop? We don't arrest people. We solve a mystery. Like, I don't know what you want us to do. Like, we're not the founders of justice. We aren't
But she is
the
right.
righteous heroes of this world.
But we can't just stop and give up.
We just give you the answer.
But we can't just not give the answer whenever we're gonna have powers involved or strangeness.
I go find the rest of this answer. So we can all go along with it and find the answer together. Or I'll find it eventually. It always comes up at some point. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and eventually you find something.
I think that's the wisest thing you've ever said.
Watch a lot of kung fu movies.
You lost it.
But yeah,
Now-
with this wondrous group tete-a-tete. Sorry, Zen.
I was gonna say, are you facing a hard choice here between perhaps your mission and your mystery?
Actually, yes.
As a
My mystery is explicitly about I can't stop, so or it's about what happens if I stop. I don't want to find that out yet. I'm still going. I don't want to find out. I don't
Mine is
want
the
my
same
mystery
thing.
answered.
ethical success. I do want. Ideally, yes, she did kill them, but also Rylan doesn't see it.
This is manslaughter at worst.
Yeah.
Like this is
Also-
not. It's not just from a purely legal perspective. It is manslaughter at worst.
Well,
Yes.
actually,
Because
from
you
a
cannot-
purely legal perspective, it's murder because he was killed in the commission of a crime.
Is it commission of a crime?
Yeah, it was breaking and entering, and he died as a result.
Does that make
Yeah.
it murder? Or
Yeah, it does.
okay.
At least criminally negligent homicide.
All right, yeah, okay. You're right. At worst, you're right. It's at worst criminally negligent homicide, and it's at best manslaughter because she didn't know. She did the thing that killed him, but she didn't know he was on top of her magic beanstalk.
Sounds like from her confession she did know that. She just wasn't thinking.
Well, it was. She panicked. Push over
Maybe-
a ladder. Someone's climbing up to chase you.
Yeah, he could have grabbed the balcony. If there's a lot of variables, and the goal wasn't to kill him. The goal was to get away, and that's
He
why
also
it did.
climbed down the beanstalk after.
It's
As-
exactly like the giant.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's I think that power might have a proclivity
His
to
last
murder
name is
people trying to
Hugante.
pursue you down it.
Anyhow, as for make a hard choice between mission of catch the bad guy, go public, and, figure out how to pursue things when it comes to that, I would say that yes, this is a hard choice. I'm going to come down on the side of mystery because all of you guys are going for it, but I'm just trying to figure out how this move actually works or what we need to be doing for it.
When your identity demands you act or speak in a given way and you don't, mark crack on that identity's theme.
All right. Easy enough then.
And I'm looking at mine, and I think my ethical success will actually be more relevant when it comes to the laptop. The wording of it is you don't need to screw over others to succeed. So this is like, do we sell the laptop off to the highest bidder?
You mean the data chip we find?
Or the data chip, yeah. Is that like it would be what? So I think that's when it will come up there.
So is that the stuff underneath the attention and crack for our logos that you're referring to?
It was for Nicole specifically since she was conflicted between
Yeah.
her mystery and her identity.
It's interesting there that it's a move that technically doesn't get you anything but bad stuff, but it's still good.
Yeah.
Well, when you
Yeah.
sacrifice
Character
something you
progression.
truly want in order to abide by your identity, you can mark attention.
Yep. You get
Yeah.
it.
And it depends on what you want. If you're, it's fourth wall breaking player level crap where it's I
Yeah.
want my character to change. This is how I make them change.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, what do you do now? I mean, you've technically solved the case.
I double check with the others. How do we feel about hiring her as a part-time consultant?
To do what?
Get into
Help us get in places.
I don't
Get
plan
in
on breaking and
anywhere.
entering places.
People don't really stop you. You just kind of go in.
That's because you have the pieces. That doesn't apply.
Yeah. I think keep her on retainer, more or less, I'm okay with.
Call her when we.
Yeah.
Pay her like her
Contractor.
contract. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying we can't give her some work, but we got enough hands right now.
So we are going to have to explain to Sega why all of his beans are gone.
Did we ask her what's up with all the beans?
I
Like,
mean,
she
they feel
actually-
her powers, right?
She actually has to have a bean in order to grow a beanstalk. They don't just like sprout up.
But 10 cases of beans?
Yeah.
It's a lot of beans.
It's a lot of beans.
It's been 6 months. Yeah.
How many beanstalks do you have to grow in a month? Because how many beans are in a can?
I don't know. What didn't you screw around with your? Well, you don't even admit you have them yet. But didn't the rest of you screw around with your powers a little bit
Oh,
before
yeah,
you went out into
absolutely.
the world and said, "I'm going to rely on this"?
Yeah, we
I
had
don't
our
think
like
there's
intro
much
to
for
Spider-Man
Atari.
thing.
I think
clicking off
Atari's all
buildings.
instinct.
That's fair.
Oh, I've definitely been going around with them.
Yeah, you have definitely practiced. Nicole has definitely practiced her powers. I'm not sure about Ryland, and Fion's only half aware that they have any. Like,
Well, if
they're-
you didn't have any, you wouldn't be able to be talking about them.
But we don't know
so-
that.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Hmm.
Yeah, but you guys probably noticed, yes, there's a weird aura that Theon can use to make things go their way or
Yeah, we
not
just know
go
Theon-
their way.
Theon is like
Stuff just
Jack
works and it
Sparrowing
shouldn't
around
work.
sometimes.
Yeah, stuff shouldn't work out as well as it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do we want to go find this Kit Grayson, see if they have the thing to give back to the wife, and we could just tell her, hey, we couldn't find the killer, but here's the thing. Is this good enough?
We could also just tell her we found the killer. They wish to remain anonymous.
They wish to remain anonymous.
And
Don't have a problem with charging extra to get chip back.
need billable hours or billable hours.
But I do have a problem with extortion.
Not extortion. We're not charging her extra for the name. Give her a discount. $50 off.
Offer her a trade. Say that the thing that we know she really wants is this chip. We'll go out of our way to get her that if we don't have to reveal the name of the person who killed her husband. Nicole is not terribly on board with this plan, but she's going with it.
I don't think that'd go over well. I think we just tell her that we couldn't find the killer. I think that's easier.
Or they got away.
Yeah.
Just need to make sure she knows that it was wrong place, wrong.
I could cook up some techno mumbo jumbo that shows it was and just serial break-ins.
No.
Well, I wouldn't have to hack into anything. I would just, throw it through a Premiere.
Just talk to her.
Let's go find this pawn shop.
Yeah, let's find the thing that she wants first, and then we could talk to her.
No, I'm gonna talk to her now. You guys can go ahead.
Sure.
Like, I'm gonna talk to Jacelyn now, not.
Oh, I thought you meant the client.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can talk to her now. That's fine.
Ask her about her bean repayment plan.
Okay. And yeah, no.
So,
But
yeah.
Ryland just looks like super stressed. He walks into the set out. Yeah. So I think he basically tells Jacelyn, like, yeah. Like, he explains the situation to her. Like, there's no feasible way to prove any of this. I don't even know if it's going to go to court. Happen because provable. There's no normal way. And yeah, that just explains it to her and offers her a retainer. Yeah, basically.
She's you want to hire me?
I talked it over with the others. Sometimes we need to get to strange places. Good. Ill. If you want to. A good team member. You're also welcome. Yeah.
And she starts like putting a couple of things together in her mind, and she says, "Your friend, he's like me, isn't he?"
No, I just can turn into a werewolf as a normal person.
Yeah, it's a normal
Yeah.
thing. This was before that.
I am too. Mine's a bit more discreet.
What the hell is it?
You know that earthquake happened?
Yeah. Freaky shit. There was fog all in the living room that night.
I think it's something to do. You're the first other person like us that we met that is for sure like us. There have been a few other instances where I might have thought something is happening. It's kind of terrifying. I can. Here, look. He gets out a coin, hands it to her, says, flip it, but then keep it in your hand closed. And raise her closed fist to behold. When she does so.
Yeah, she does it.
Calls like if it's heads or tails.
Okay. Yeah, she looks at it, and yeah, you were right, because you can sense the metal.
Yeah. It's like that one I can only do close up because I have to see the contours of I can see metal walls and things. Then there's something else that's I can see in the dark really well. Also, like, see them. Like, they look different to me sometimes. Good people look bad people. It's weird. It's confusing.
Yeah, you can see her sort of like staring at your eyes, trying to see if there's like some weird thing going on that she can discern.
Yeah. I don't know if Bird Eyes look at. I think if so, his eyes probably start to look slightly. I have the thing Alacan.
Mm.
So I think his eyes might look. I don't know. But your mom needs help, and you saw the GoFundMe. In addition to the job thing is not charity. This is. He like just pulls out the cash. Just puts it on the counter.
Her eyes go wide.
Uncounted it. Also, it might be. It's probably not counterfeit. But I was given it for a reason I didn't want. This can make it.
She just like looks at the rolled up wad of cash and like stuffs it in her pocket, like
before,
like holds it down, you know, like and like doubles over a little bit because she's protecting it. But then she just hugs you
Yeah.
Your
Ryland's
shoulder starts
has
to get a little
basically
wet
kind
from
of been
tears.
Yeah, Ryland's been kind of in like a daze almost since this started, and since talking. Like, okay, just continually. So he's genuinely startled. Hugs her back after an. Now,
Okay.
this is, if you want to consider it better, it could be a signing bonus. Up to you. Just Mom's a nice lady. Weird. Use it. But I have some more work to do. So I'm gonna head out. But you have my business card. Oh, before I go, Ryland's starting to feel back to his normal self. He takes out his phone and makes sure to get her contact information. He then double checks to see if there's anything else goes that you want to say or ask.
No, I think it's she's very grateful. And yeah, she practically trips over herself trying to like give you her information and everything. Like this is a solution to a problem that she has, so she's doing everything she can to, make that happen.
Yep. He says, "Yeah, I'll be in touch if you have. See if you need anything. Text me first or call. My door's open during business hours, but otherwise always open."
Yeah. I think Mrs. Moore like pats you on the hand as you go by. You're a good boy. Come back and visit us sometime.
I will. Thank you.
Has she realized the mattress is still flipped and the posters have been ripped down from the wall and the drawers?
No, that's in the back room. That's in the back room. She's in the living room. It's okay. You haven't totally ruined her apartment as far as she can see. It's just
no, I just mean
Jason's
Jason,
gonna have to deal
yeah,
with.
that's what I mean. I don't think Jason's seen the destroyed room.
Yeah, she's gonna start counting the money, go in the room, and go, God damn it!
Yeah, it just pays off the house. It turns out, just pays off
the
the
whole place
damages.
has been tossed.
If we had this conversation in her apartment, I would probably leave the Kindle like on the table, like as something she could sell. Like,
yeah, we don't
if
really need.
Literally just nothing on it. She could just sell it.
Yeah, we don't need the Kindle.
No.
Okay. Yeah, and I think you guys went up ahead for me, and we go together. Or
I think we all go together.
I think so. Yeah.
stuff ourselves in the car.
Yeah.
So you drive to out towards the industrial section. There's a dive bar. That's McGinty's Bar and Grill. You walk in and all you smell is like sour beer. There's a grizzled old bartender behind the bar. And in the back booth, right where Jacelyn said he would be, is a 45-year-old man. Obvious cybernetic upgrades to his eyes. And he's back there. He's got 3 phones in front of him and 2 like Bluetooth headsets in. And he seems to be having about 5 conversations at once.
Yeah, what's the graphic for his graphic tee?
On his graphic tee is
Dark Side of the Moon.
I'm sure it's there. So
yeah. No, I think it's knowing Kit, it's probably the fucking federal body inspector.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Great.
Okay.
Right. All right. He went to Palm Beach and got himself some graphic tees from the beach shop.
Yep.
we walk in as a group, or do we send some?
I think we could.
We
just
could all
as a
go into the
group.
bar, and then a couple people can go over and talk to him. Probably Atari, because computer crap.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know if
I
any
think
of my
this one might be an
conversational tags.
Atari and Ryland one.
Could be.
Oh, we got our buddy cop moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Good cop,
you're the
bad
two
cop.
most equable people for this situation.
Good cop, bad cop is what I was gonna suggest we do when I thought she was lying, but when she was telling the truth.
Okay. Yeah, no, so you guys can present in the bar. We just
Yeah.
walk in pairs then, like me and Atari walk in together, and then you guys walk in together.
We've ordered a pizza for the bar.
Yeah. Bars don't
Some-
exactly like it if you do that. We'll order something here.
I was gonna say, yeah, they might not allow outside food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I've also been to a bar and sat down outside of the porch, ordered nothing, and had someone else walk up with a backpack full of beer. They don't really check
True.
at crappy bars.
That's true.
Yeah.
At a bar like this.
This bar probably doesn't have a kitchen, quite honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a bar for alcoholics.
So I follow your lead, boss.
I think we sit at the bar, try to order like. I think
You only
Yeah.
get things in bottles at bars like this. This is how it works. Things in bottles
Alright.
at the gross bars.
yeah, he
Bottles
orders a bottle.
or cans if you want a cheap drink.
Ryland
Yeah, cans
does
with
not
cheese.
order a can. Even the
He said
bottles.
he
He's
would
like,
eat the can.
Yeah, get a
Ryland's
tall boy.
trying not to show his dislike. This is the problem when you brought up expensive wine.
Yeah. So like the can,
Ooh, canned
Almost-
house Chardonnay.
no, the can almost proudly proclaims the name River Swill.
Also,
Yeah, he's
we've
like-
moved away from the ironic canned wine that says like house wine on it and has the picture of a house. We moved away from that, and we're now just on. It's now just mainstream canned wine. This is like from the Swill River.
Ah, River Swill, my favorite.
Yes.
Fortified wine in a can.
Let's go. I'd rather get. He,
Tastes like copper.
brings the can over with him. It has like it's still 99% full. 'Cause he can't bring himself to drink more. And
Just carrying it as a prop.
exactly. Brings it with them. I think as we approach the table, Ryland says, "Is this appointment only, or can we sit down, chat?"
He like looks up at you and hangs up two of the phones, and he just motions down. He's like, "You got business? Sit down."
All right, yeah, we sit.
He's like texting on two different phones at the same time now.
Yeah. Look awkwardly at Atari.
How many thumbs does he have?
We're looking for SD card. Just
Data chip.
that. I don't know terms that. Looking for something that we were told you might have.
You came into its possession about.
I say how long ago she sold it
Probably
to him.
yesterday. I don't think she would have sold you that.
Yesterday, yeah. It's like I already set up a buyer for that. What's your price?
What are they offering?
Oh no. That's when I've got a bidding war, I'm not going to tell you how much they're. You ever done this before, kid?
First time. All right. I'm just
I
the
need to know
in
if it's in our
between.
price
So
range.
give me a sec. If that's
Look,
good.
I don't run a window shop here.
I'm gonna call the client. It's the money. I'm gonna double check. Good.
Yeah, I'll be here all day.
Okay. I just do it in front of him because I don't think it's a huge deal. So I call Miranda, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, you call Miranda. She answers the phone. Sounds like she's in a car.
Okay. Miranda, it's Ryland. I am just following up on the case. We found what might have been taken, but it might cost a bit extra to get it back from us. I just wanted to run that by you. How much does that matter to you? I have more I can talk to you about later. Driving. But yeah, he basically summarizes, runs it by her. Trying to keep things vague. Kit.
Okay, so you directly call her up. You mention something that was stolen.
Yep.
Okay. Her reaction is, "They know, get there now," and the phone hangs up.
What? Did she say
No.
that to Ryland?
No, I think she said that to
That's what he
someone else.
heard on the phone, and you hear like the car gunning it, and the phone hangs up.
I think I just text her like, we don't actually have the chip. Question mark, question mark, question mark. And he I assume waits and doesn't get a response.
No, yeah. Nothing.
Is it my turn?
I look to Kit. Yeah, you can do stuff well.
Oh, I was saying that as Atari. Like, is it time for me to go?
If you want to, I don't think our money's coming through. So anything you buy
All right.
will be out.
Listen here, Grayson. Unless you got 4 Glocks packed in there, other than your phones, a lot of people are coming with a lot of heat very shortly. So unless you want to die with that chip in your hands, give it over to us so we can get it out of here.
I actually think that's who I think the money's coming here with backup. I don't have anything to do with that. I think that might be and
These people want this thing bad. They jumped me in an alley.
I can't help directly, I don't know. But can I change the game to be like, even if it's
Good
not
cop.
true, to make the impression that like we are timed and need to deal with this now, like charge
Like,
situation, basically.
You deal with us now, or you deal with them later?
Yeah.
Ticking clock.
Yeah.
Probably what I'd call it. Okay. That'll be my. I think. Ryland is literally just being complete. Like. Does mediator work here? Because I've been the go-between, or I thought I was trying to be the go-between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're negotiating. Mediator definitely comes in.
Business manager? Negotiation?
Yeah.
Don't suit he eyes wide open. I don't think I've been acting that. I've been almost intentionally playing Ryland. Or Ryland himself has been intentionally like, I'm just gonna buy the book, eyes closed, that's fine this for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna invoke the weakness wounded messenger. Because everyone loves the person who delivers the bad news.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
Oof.
a 7. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do get the 2 juice. So on a hit, you gain juice equal to the power.
I just don't spend
and that's it.
things, I think.
Yeah, you don't have the scale up.
Yep.
Is basically.
So I'll create a story tag, ticking clock.
Or you can give him a status of,
Yeah,
you
you
know.
give him a
That's
status
true.
under pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could do
I
both.
think I'll do that. I'll give him a 2 status.
Okay.
Oh,
And then
okay.
we if
So
we
tier
if
two
if
status.
if this negotiation is a status track. No, but that would I'll do both actually. I'll give him level 1 status under pressure and create a story tag, ticking clock, so that can both help and status.
Yeah, and then I'm basically intimidating him. Like, you
Okay.
give it to us now, or you deal with the people with guns.
So you can
that have
immediately
already-
burn the story tag to add +1 to your roll.
Oh, okay. So I will do that. So +1. Will Savage count here?
Are you going to savage him?
Yeah, or it's like
Is there a butter
tear him
knife on the
down. Like,
table next?
look at your shirt. Look at your phones. They're so out of date. Like, just do that. That sounds like it would be savage.
That doesn't really seem to fit the werewolf savage ethos.
That's true. That's just
We had him in here because of the
what I would
techno
call
babble.
savage talking.
Yeah, I feel like I'm using Savage more as like, I guess more as quick and effective, right? I'm trying to say like, yo, give it to us now, right? Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
if you're threatening him, I could see it, but you're more like giving him the path. You're trying to offer him a path of lesser resistance, right?
Give us the trouble, the stuff that's on fire. Hot potato.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
playing
I
hot
guess.
potato. But yeah, we're convincing him he's playing hot potato, and we are willing to take the hot potato.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, I'm only good at threatening people.
Threaten him.
Yeah, then
Give
yeah,
us
I
the
would
hot
suggest
If
potato,
you don't give us
or
that,
you will be
there is
killed
at least one car filled
with
with gun wielding.
it.
now
Yeah.
if the threat
think
was
Marissa's
like,
lagging.
if you give that to us, we can help you survive. If not, we're just gonna let you fucking die and take it off your corpse. I could see that being savage.
That's true.
Marissa, what were you going to say? I think you lagged for it.
Yeah. No.
Your camera's freezing up.
Yeah, you got some lag. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I guess I'm going more with the, you give it to us, we help you get out of here. Otherwise, we'll just come clean up later. Like that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Savage. Could I get pick your battles on this one?
Mm-hmm.
This is picking your battle.
Yeah, you're forcing him to pick which battle.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm not necessarily filled with rage.
I'd be happy to give a help die if I had any hint that, knowledge of extra people would be helpful here.
I'm rolling with power 4 after burning that story tag.
Okay.
Go. Just roll power
Yeah.
4.
I will. Ooh. I'm gonna take the weakness tag anger issues because he's probably like mad that we're getting screwed over.
Yep.
Is that convince?
I think we've described convincing can be.
Yeah.
Convince
To threaten. Yeah, convince.
Cool. That's a 9.
That's a 9. They give in a little but protect their own agenda. Okay.
Yeah, so threatened.
Do you want
Is
to
that
cut?
a good?
Only if we save him with
They
the
can
tag.
choose. The target chooses if they take the status or not.
That's true.
Right. Your target can choose whether or not to take. What is the status?
It's probably just threatened. Right?
Yeah, intimidated.
Actually,
Intimidated 3?
I would give.
It's but
I think I like a status of like all by your lonesome.
Okay,
Oh
yeah.
You know.
So it stacks onto the other one so it stacks on top of under pressure.
Yeah, it'd be 3.1.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. But they're still going to want to protect their own agenda. Yeah, I think he says, look, I don't keep anything here. I can't just give it to you. But if you can get me out of here, I can get you to it. His own agenda at this point is, living.
Getting out of life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think at this point, that's where. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and at that point, you do hear
Screeching.
a car screeching up
I am. It's
outside.
time to. At this point, Fiat walks over. It's like it's time to boogie, guys.
Back door.
Head to the back door.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, just as you get out of the bar to the back, you hear behind you a bunch of voices and a female shouting, "Where is he?" And then a gunshot.
To the pizza car.
To the pizza car.
As we head to the pizza car, I don't think it's a roll, but
Did you call the cops?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gunshot.
that's technically a change the game. I mean, you're gonna add cops to the mix.
I mean, she isn't going to be paying us anymore. That's for sure.
No, she's not paying us anything now.
So, yeah, I'm gonna.
Ooh, I still have that one clue for all that tech stuff. Can I spend that last clue to figure out a way to frame her for her husband's murder?
We do have things like the covered up bullet thing. Like we have.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have some evidence.
We have evidence that could very easily point.
Can I use that last
The
clue?
question can be: is there anything that would incriminate the wife in this crime?
Yeah.
Yes, like thinking back to it, you remember going over all of all of that stuff, and there. So what did you have? You had the
We
computer.
had the computer, security tapes from out front,
Oh, yeah.
and the goons' phones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, we've got messages from her on the phone.
From
We've got
some
the fact that she's
mysterious person.
Someone.
Yeah.
Get.
Yeah, but if we can trace that to where that's incriminating.
Is that just me, or is that everybody else too?
That's
That was everyone.
Cutting
we're
out.
having more
Okay.
luck.
Yeah, that was everyone.
Marissa, if you
We
want to
didn't
turn
hear
off
what you said.
cameras on your end, like not your camera, but you can turn off other people's cameras. That might help with your speed.
Just like right click on the
Right-click.
portrait
And
hit.
Sure.
Says disable video if
Oh,
you
yeah, there
right
it is.
click on
Disable
somebody.
Oddly enough, I had no issues on my end, but
Weird.
so, I'm gonna try and change the game and call. What do
Yeah,
I have
so-
that would work with that? I'm acting on my honest. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes wide open, maybe. Like I had a feeling.
You know
it's
we're
on
not
her.
getting paid. You're pulling the rug out
Yeah.
from under her.
Yeah, you are realizing exactly how fucked you might be.
I haven't actually. Let me look at the flashback move. This might be an I called the cops situation as soon as she hung up.
ooh.
Ooh.
Let me look at the flashback. Check.
I mean, we also took drugs out of her apartment.
True. Drugs
She
found her.
gave us drugs.
Flashback to a past action. Okay, so it's just as normal. It's just you can only. Yeah, I'm gonna flashback to having called.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think they will always already be there, but they're closer than maybe already. See how it goes. Eyes wide open, honest convictions.
Get into the car and use those car chase tags that we've been
I think that might be what happens next.
Finally.
Yeah, we're gonna car chase it.
Gonna use pariah from authorities. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you?
I don't think good intentions. I'm just more responding.
I could use a help tag to have like done something.
I was thinking city-wise. I could just literally call the closest.
True.
I don't know. I was stretched.
That's a little stretchy.
Okay.
Yeah. Also,
I'll use my help
cops
point.
kind of do that anyway, where they ping the closest precinct and not the one across town.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll use my help point to like, because she's been kind of fishy this whole time.
Yeah.
So like maybe as like a Batman contingency plan, I made this incriminating evidence towards her.
Oh.
Just as like just in case.
Just in case. We could also burn right tool from the job.
You're just changing the game to add cops. Like
Okay, so
I think this isn't the getaway rule.
No, I was referring to more like, okay, this is our when the client turns bad thing. But I can help. 2. That's 9. It's okay.
All right.
So,
story tag cops.
I'm gonna create one story tag cops. And I'm going to give a status to our pursuers. That's going to be
pursued.
Yeah.
Wanted.
Wanted. Yeah. 1 star.
1 star.
All right.
The help.
Yeah. Yes, as we run out the back, trying to get away from oncoming goons. As we throw open the back door, we start hearing sirens coming too, we hear sirens and Escalade doors closing. And as we run out the back door.
God, we're gonna be
you burn out of the alley. You burn out of the alley right in front of them as they get into the SUV, and they just take off after you with the sirens behind them.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're gonna take a risk.
Yep.
We're gonna take a risk, and we're gonna floor it in the pizza car, ducking through alleys, smashing through a newsstand. Not so subtly with the company logos.
Yeah,
we're gonna
try marching, blaring,
and of course deploying the anti-personnel garlic knots.
Oh yeah.
You can absorb.
I do know every street though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now we take a risk and try to get away.
With an 8, things get messy.
Oh, I crashed through a newsstand.
Well, you end up crashing through a bunch of different things. There's the soy cabbage cart is definitely destroyed.
Does a guy go, my cabbages?
Yes, my synth cabbages.
Every time you run into something, he has to show up.
But yeah, you managed to duck and weave. There's shots being fired at you at some points. But yeah, you managed to wind your way through a few alleys and things, and you come out onto a main street, take off down the road, still being pursued. You can hear the sirens in the distance, finally getting closer. But I think there's actually another car that joins, like off of a side street, about halfway through the chase. And it seems to be harrying both of you.
There's a 4th pursuer.
Oh my god!
There's a 4th. Yeah.
And you can see a large arm coming out of the back window with an even larger gun, and he starts blasting at the Escalade that was pursuing you.
Oh god! Somebody escalates.
It's Reese.
And you hear
Save
the
us.
Voice yelling out, "You ain't getting it, Lila."
Oh.
Yeah. I think I know.
Wait, did she pose as his wife? I'm so confused.
I think he might have never been married.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Fan's gonna reach down and she's gonna rip the e-brake and spin the car towards them, and we're gonna play chicken with the cops, the lady, the former client, and his club owner. We're just gonna barrel towards them.
What?
All right. I think you're taking your take the risk into a going toe to toe.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
exactly what I'm
Ryland,
doing.
Make sure his seatbelt is buckled.
I would like. Could I do something to make our car go faster?
Hack the car.
Gasoline.
I want to hack the car
You're
again.
gonna hack the gasoline engine.
Yep.
It turns
I'm
out
gonna-
the pizza oil
So, yeah,
is great
you-
for like it's
You
nitro
take the
fuel.
wrong, you take a wrong turn at some point. You end up in a parking lot, and you just J-turn around, and one of the SUVs, like Lila's SUV, has stopped at the opening. The other one is currently incoming. Cops still on the horizon,
Mhm.
and you
Yeah,
are now pointed.
Yeah, brights on, shining at them, revving
yep.
the engine, making it clear I'm gonna bust out of this parking lot whether you're in my way or not.
Oh my god. Can I hack your car first to create some sort of
Dude,
tags?
what are you hacking? You can change the game
I
to
hacked
try
it
to add
before. I want to
something.
change the game. Yeah.
All
I
right,
want to change. Yeah. Okay.
I haven't changed the game, but I don't know if it's relevant. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna crash the car. If someone wants to change the game to make the situation more effective, here is your chance.
Marissa,
While
you go
we do
first.
the stare down.
I don't have a lot to be working with here. I was thinking of trying to give them a status of blinded with the glitter stuff again as we passed to prevent, shots being
Have a-
fired.
You have a
Yeah,
gadget that could work because that would also let us burn right tool for the.
It would add to the status, or add another status.
All right, so we'll go with the hair because that's where the glitter bomb is. Right tool for right job. Ooh, yes, I'm definitely gonna burn or use flashy for this one because it just seems right. And let's stick with those and see how that goes.
Okay,
Boom.
you don't need my help.
Nice.
Apparently I don't, though I don't know why it's power 4. It should only be 3. Ah,
Okay,
that's
so
why.
an 11.
Either way, yeah, 11. Okay, so it should be power 3.
Oh, did you burn right tool for the right job?
Yes, I did.
Did you add the point?
Yes, I think it did.
If you just hit the fire, it doesn't add to your thing. You have to hit the checkbox and roll it, and then fire after the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Did hit the fire. I think that the reason that they gave that extra 1 is because I had an extra thing in plus from an earlier roll, which should not have been there for this one.
Yeah, you got the reset clear.
So it should be an 11. Doesn't matter.
11 with a power of 3. Yeah, 11 with a power of 3. We got it to work.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Any other improvement? So let's just go with. Just give them the status blinded if we can manage it. Status 3, yeah.
Do you want to
3 blind?
both of the cars or one of them?
Or I'd say
I
2
think we
blind.
actually want 2 blind and then scale up the effect so that it hits them all.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, yeah. Go ahead with your game of chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can I juice up the car for?
Oh, doing what?
I don't know that you'd have time. Like, this is all happening very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I do have quick and effective. I'm gonna run that shit into the ground.
Quick and effective.
I
mean, like,
what are you doing?
yeah.
I want to basically not oil inject
you want
the
to
engine.
overclock the car?
I want to overclock the car. Like,
You have to install a new part for that. That's called turbocharging a car. That's not just a turbo. You have to install a turbo.
Okay, so there is some mechanism to release knots, correct?
Yes, there's a not release mechanism. I don't think the added momentum from firing garlic knots will propel us, though.
An oil slick behind us of pizza
I'm
grease.
sorry, physics.
Ooh, pizza grease oil slick might help, but I don't.
The part of the car that's hackable is the pizza-based part of the car.
Can I make it a pizza-based weapon to shoot pizzas at the other cars?
I'm just gonna
Even
slam him.
yeah.
Okay, go slam.
We're gonna slam the car. I got company. I got a pizza car. It's insured. I don't care about my car.
Do not yet have the pizza
Yes,
gun.
you can invoke company insurance on this one.
If you get the pizza gun upgrade, then you don't even have to get out of the car to deliver. It'll just shoot them, box and all.
Yeah.
Customers' doorsteps.
I'm also gonna burn the story tag.
Like 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Go straight through the fucking wall.
Yeah. They can't. Yeah. I got 2 now. This is not right place, right time. This is the wrong place. I'm gonna give. Ooh. Can I rub some good luck into my car?
Yeah. That's
rub
what it's there for.
I'm gonna rub the dash for luck. Yeah, we're just gonna roll with this. This is what I got. We're gonna go toe to toe with an Escalade.
Glad we have that insurance.
Oh, 14.
Nice.
Okay, with your power 3, choose 2.
I achieve my goal as I get out of this parking lot, and I get him good.
Wait, no, don't you want to not
I get him good.
Oh no.
Okay.
I guess
I get him good.
Once again, the score.
The car.
I give him
takes some
broken
damage.
axle 3.
Which
So-
then?
So the conflagration happens like this, right? We get that Mexican standoff of Lila's driver, sunglasses on, revving the engine of the Escalade, and then we've got Fionn turning up the Dave Matthews as everyone in the back is hurriedly trying to buckle their seatbelts.
Mine's not working. Mine's not working.
Take mine. I'd like put mine across both of ours.
I just imagine everyone's just yelling at the back seat the whole time.
Oh yeah, it's full of like.
Because the scene goes, I pull the e-brake to do the J-turn. Out the side of the window is a poof of glitter. And then you rev the engine and the lights shine through the glitter poof, and then it goes.
Yep.
It's gotta be crash into me though. It's gotta be crash.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Oh.
you gun it. The dazzle of the glitter bomb blinds the other driver, and it blinds Reese, who was currently screaming into the parking lot. So right as you're about to dodge to the side, you dodge. Just as coming in front of you, Reese T-bones the other car and shoves it out of the way.
God.
You catch the back of Reese's car with your own. And you're all sort of in this twisted heap. Your car is still barely running, but it is running.
Out on top. Kirby rules. You still can move. You're good.
Love
Which one of
Demolition
you would see
Derbies.
this? Probably Atari. You're the first one to like shake off the daze, and you like look out your now busted window, and you see that gigantic form of Reese, like blood streaming down his arm. He's got a laceration on his face. He just walks over to the other car and unloads his Magnum into the cabin.
How many shots?
think I take a picture. As horrible as that is. Yeah.
You start taking a video.
Yeah, that is oddly enough my first. I'm like, I was already half planning to find a way to turn Reese in, so I just take a picture. Obviously,
Yeah. Does he take enough shots that he needs to reload before he comes to our car?
But we
Yeah,
can go.
yeah. He turns the chamber comes out of the revolver, and he empties out the shells, and he takes his speed load out and puts it
Oh,
back in, slaps it. What do you do?
I could
Am
probably
I
talk him
is
down.
this one like out of the date?
You need to change the game to take that picture.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you probably need to change the game to take that picture.
I can
picture, talk
do
to
it.
him.
I think.
I could also do it and would be happy to. I've got a tech trinket that would work on that. Probably easily
camera?
underestimated.
Okay, camera? This is a tech trinket?
Yep.
Yeah,
Because I
selfie
don't
stick.
have a camera.
Actually, wait, the
I
selfie
have
stick was
the
something
AR
else.
goggles.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
Nicole,
want to change the game and then session with us. Like, what do we do at Reese? How are we feeling?
Yeah, we can leave. We can get the picture, and then we get the editing shot of it walking up to us.
Honestly.
Oh yeah,
Sirens
selfie
still in
stick,
the
long range
background.
camera. I knew I had something written down.
Yeah,
Yeah, do it.
yeah. Change the game.
All
picture.
right. Undo the previous ones because they should not still be checked. Beautiful tech trinket, underestimated, and determined here.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
I will use my help point with you.
All right. Reset. Go back to 1 and those. And that's what the reset button is for. Good to know.
Did it reset all the check marks?
Yeah, it erases all check marks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, change the game. 11.
11.
Very nice.
Well, I think that whatever we're creating as a story tag, it's incriminating photograph.
Yeah, evidence against Reese or something like
Yeah. We don't have any need to scale up the effect, greater area, or targets.
We can also give him the status caught red-handed
Yeah.
3.
that.
We could also
I
hide
have
the
a
fact
feeling
that
he
we
doesn't
have
care
it.
right now.
Yeah, you could give him caught red-handed 2, hidden the
Hide the
effect,
effect.
hide the effect, and
Oh yeah, so he wouldn't even.
and
know.
Well, we
have the
could-
story tag a photo.
Yeah, we could actually condense it a little further if we want to like end on a good note. Cops come screaming in, so Reese hides his gun. You have the evidence and you hand it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good with that.
No,
Yeah, we did
I want
previously
to
have story
basically
tag
tell the
cops.
cops everything
Yeah.
except the Jacelyn part.
Yeah. Do we want to fiddle around where the juice goes in that matter, or just go with it as that's the story?
I
think
yeah,
that
we could
ends it.
abstract it that far. You've
I
got
think
enough
that's
juice
the-
to do what you need
yeah.
to do.
I think
Pretty
that's the
Okay.
resolution of this encounter, if you
Case.
will, is we get what's his name, Ryland? What's his not
Reese.
Ryland?
Reese.
Reese picked up by the cops for unloading into that car because we have evidence and we summoned the cops. The mystery isn't over because we can still resolve the chip if we want next time, but we could do the debrief of what we go after this scene
Mhm.
later.
Okay.
I feel like it's basically done though. Like the
I
guy
think-
said, "I'll give you the chip if you get me out of here."
I think we'll
Yeah.
be starting next session with just cleanup, and
Yeah, we do
Mhm.
debrief and stuff
Debrief
next session
done.
and probably pick up a new case.
Yeah.
Both club owners incriminated. Yeah, the one
Well,
thing
once-
I'm still curious about is what is special about this new drug that is making it such a big
Well,
deal.
we have
pro-
some.
That's
Yes, we
probably
do.
on the chip, and then we can do some experiments with.
Well, join us
drugs.
next time when we run a Blades hack set in Cyberpunk where we all play hawkers of this new drug called Bliss.
Join us next time for Breaking Bad.
Breaking Neon.
Riley is gonna shut
Breaking
that
down.
down, so you better keep it from
Breaking
him.
news.
Oh wait, who does the monologue next?
Oh yeah, who's monologuing?
Ooh, I think Ryland on this one.
Good
I was
too.
thinking either Ryland or Fion.
Beyond did the car chase. I think that deserves it. I'm good either way.
I think the fallout of this definitely hits Fion more.
Okay,
His
yeah.
car's all
For
fucked
like
up. You know,
beginning of next
Yeah.
session.
Oh,
to
they're gonna
climb
make
the-
me install the calzone maker when I
Yep.
take it in to get it fixed up.
Listen, even your own repair
Yep.
repair shop is like, yeah, you don't get to choose how it gets fixed.
No, you don't.
Calzones
It's
are
just gonna
nothing.
come back with the calzone maker.
Listen, you
I
didn't
love how
explicitly
tragic this
say
is.
no, so we took that as a yes. You just closed the app.
Yeah, you didn't say no. We didn't give you an option to say no. But
no,
you
there
didn't
was
say
an
no.
opt-out feature, but you had to go through the terms and conditions to a link to a third-party site
The
and
physical
verify
mailing
your identity
address.
17 different times. Yeah,
Yep.
you could opt out.
Okay.
Well, closing, the pop-up ads.
Yeah.
Let's-
I'll figure out a summary of this bean mystery.
Let's geek out during credits.
All right.
And then there's
So-
the geek out during credits. That's it.
Yeah.
I will just put this in chat so we don't forget.
How was the crew grown this?
I feel like definitely chaos would get back because this whole thing has been chaos.
That's true. I mean, we grew because we got a new team member now.
We
Yeah.
did.
We solved
The
the case.
crew has literally grown this session.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we could justifiably. Can we only? All right. So I think, yeah. It's a person by person, so everyone gets to answer how was the crew grown this session.
Is that the case? I thought the first one was weird that way.
At the end of the
The first-
session, when the credits roll, each player can answer one or more of the following questions.
Yeah. And how I was ruling it was like we answer the first one together and the second two are sort of separate,
okay.
individual. I can look into
Yeah.
that a little further because it just seems like it would be weird if you could recover 5 tags just because you had 5 players.
True.
Yeah.
You know,
No, that I think that still makes sense because you use one. That means one
also
tag
using
per
them
player
faster.
maximum per session. Like it's as far as I look at
Yeah,
it
it
from
does.
a balanced perspective of the game, you can, if you can justify it, recover your one spent expenditure per player, and there is one per player to begin with.
True.
that is true because, well, no, the number of tags doesn't change with the number of people. But
It
yeah,
just conveniently works out for us right now.
yeah.
Okay. I think we're covering, if we're sticking with one this session, covering the burnt tag chaos makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Crew grew in unity and deciding what we were going to be doing about all this.
Yeah. But we did it through chaos.
Yeah.
All
yes,
right. So
I can
who
go
wants to answer
first.
the first? Yeah.
I think Nicole had the most meaningful action with the character. I will add some debate.
Okay.
Oh, lovely. And as much as I don't want to, I think I also had the most meaningful interaction with Ryland again, except in my case, I'm going to give a hurt point because I am not keen on
Yeah,
your
that makes sense.
recruitment.
I gave a help point because you picked my side. Hurt
That
point
is
'cause you
my
had to pick my
spot.
side.
Stop giving away my role.
For investigating or for getting
I don't know. I'm just
answers?
having fun being jealous.
The more people there are, the less attention.
That's one other person that can steal the fucking spotlight.
Exactly.
It was worse when I had to bring my fucking neighbor in. Now you're bringing some person.
And not to mention the car. I'm glad it's getting repaired because I'm glad it's off.
No.
Those
One of my
logos.
original questions was that I was jealous of the car. I thought it was awesome. I wanted it.
That's great.
Or do we each go through one by one? All
Well, the
Yeah,
third-
which
third one is a
character
huge
had the
deal,
most
so it's-
meaningful
it's
interaction?
just-
Yeah.
I think here you go first.
I'm just trying to think.
I think mine was with Fion. and I think I'm gonna put a help point because I've learned it's better to just let the chaos go where it goes, and I somehow gained out of it
Ride the
because I got
wave.
in the apartment, I got to go into the place where my friend worked to talk to him. It was just like it worked out.
Don't fight the wave, ride it.
Yep.
Surfer.
Yeah. Fion is an unstoppable force.
Not a strong force, just not stoppable.
Yep.
No, yeah. It's like the
Like a stiff
snail that is
breeze.
immortal.
Yeah, you
Like a
take
stiff breeze.
you
You're not
take
going to stop it from getting into your jacket, but it's not that bad.
It's the Terminator, but only if instead of killing people, they wanted to deliver pizzas to people.
I just want to hang out.
Yeah.
Who did I have an interaction with? I hung out with Atari when we went to the
Soy Mart.
Soy Mart. I didn't really hang out with anyone else. Like we didn't do. I didn't go.
You were sort of the you were involved in the conversation with Nicole when she was trying to decide if this was
True.
you know a bad thing that you weren't turning in her eyes murderer.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think the most, if it's meaningful, not who had the most interaction. I think I am going to take Nicole, and I am going to take Hurt, because you wanted to put someone down just because they're like something happened, and not because they tried to do something. You're directing your
they're
energy
just
the
an
letter
urban
of the law,
explorer.
not the spirit.
Okay, and for anybody that has marked any strain on their themes, if that theme collapses, start thinking about what might happen when it gets replaced.
I've got one crack on the recognized as the best there, and I figure that if I do lose that drive to be seen, I'll probably do a flip to the side of my mythos, which was I will do whatever it takes to help other people, no matter what, and probably go with the Bastion route. Not sure what's in there.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So join us next week for a new case.
New case, new mysteries, new intern.
We knew the wife
New
was
intern.
hiding
New
something. We
intern.
didn't know she was. The thing was that she was. Didn't know that was. That's. Off.
Wait, is that really what it was? That she wasn't his wife?
Yeah, I don't think
yeah.
she's his wife. She's
Because
didn't
the
I say
rival-
when?
Did we not figure that out in the social media stuff? Like, really?
Well, I think.
You dug into him, not her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And on the surface, everything was on the up and up. Like there was nothing off of the apartment. It seemed like two people lived there because she made it look like that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always the wife. Why did we forget this? It's always the wife.
In this case,
it's always the spouse. Like 900% of the time, it's always the spouse.
No, if she just asked for the chip, literally would have gotten it to her, but instead now she's been shot up by Reese.
Yeah, we were literally saying, "Hey, we
Hey,
have
we have
are
the
getting
chip.
the
Do
chip."
you want it? She was like, "They have the chip. Get them." Okay.
Listen,
and I totally get why.
Willing
That's not
to
a
put all
criticism.
this effort, I doubt that she's willing to trust us.
No, not at all.
Oh no, not for.
I
Especially
mean, she was
probably knows
leader of a gang that dealt in narcotics, like
gang / nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we good for next week?
I think so.
Yeah, should be.
Back to face it.
Yeah.
Figure out this weird city and start collecting people. I don't think we're team member.
We need to make Golden Goose the Justice League of the world.
Do we have to we have to gather enough? We gotta do the comic book thing though, where we gather enough sidekicks where we reach critical sidekick mass, and then we have to eject the sidekicks to form their own side team.
Yeah,
and
we
then
need to have Young
restart the cycle.
Justice.
That's how comic books work. That's why there's like East Coast Avengers and that crap.
Yeah, Young Justice. Yeah.
They got a critical
Sounds about
mass.
right.
Yeah,
We got
critical
3 teams
mass.
out of that one.
Yeah, critical mass of sidekicks, and then they eject them like a cell getting too big and going through
Superhero,
mitosis into
like-
a new team.
We'll be back next week. Thank you,
Yep.
everyone, for this episode in live. Bye.
Bye.